Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We're here, late vibes. You know the score, people, man. Every Tuesday night, we're here. You know what I mean? Talking all things Man United, man. Talking all things football. We're demanding today, man. We got a special debut today, man. Man, like Tech Zeno in the building. Tech Zeno, what you saying, man?
Love, man. I big up the man them. Obviously, been, watching the show for a very, very long time. So pleasure to be on the show. Obviously, the Hood's Peter Jury, Mr. Wixie. You know already if you haven't heard of me.
Come on.
But follow the socials on TikTok. And obviously everyone tuning in, big up Saeed, man, for having me on the show.
Come on, man. Big up to Tech Zeno, man. Make sure you follow him on TikTok, Insta, and all of that, man. We got man like Kobbie in the building. What are you saying, Kobbie, man? How was Paris, man?
What's up, man? It was good. Amazing to be honest. I love Paris. I love Paris, man. But it's good to be back. Shout out to everyone, of course, on the panel. Nice to see you as well on your debut as well, Tech Zeno. And yeah, man, it's Talk United today, man. Big up Saeed and make sure you subscribe, guys. Double tap. Like the live, like it.
Yeah, man. Big up to man like Estrella in the building. Estrella, what are you saying, man?
All good, man. All good. I just want to get the likes up straight away before we start, man. And big up Tech Zeno on your debut as well, man.
Big love, Estrella, man. Listen, bro. Been following your thing. Strong opinions as well, man. So it'll be good to be, go back and forth, no diddy. And let's see how we go, man. Literally, bro.
Yeah.
Early, I was screwed.
Come on. Obviously, Kaz is going to be joining us as well, man. Kaz in the building as well. Big up to Kaz as well, man. But yeah, man, let's talk, man. Obviously, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen, man, but they're saying that United Europa League, that's the situation for the next 4 years, man. There was a report by Telegraph Docker that Man United are planning to play in the Europa League for the next 4 years, man. I mean, is it one of them where it's a reality? Is it one of them where they're a bit hypocrites? Because obviously they talked about Project 2021 and whatever and winning the Premier League by 2028. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I even think of it as I don't know if it's a given to be in the Europa League, because right now, bro, we might be out of this and then we might not be in it. You know what I'm saying? We won't even qualify exactly. So I don't know, man. Estrella, man, what are you saying to this situation, like in terms of United maybe looking at Europa League next 4 years, budgeting wise, just in general, like the reality of that? What are you saying?
I thought honestly it's coming from a business or finance perspective. I don't honestly feel like they actually generally believe that. Yeah. I feel like they're just saying that as worst case scenario, that's something to target, especially we're not in the best places in the league. And obviously they're going to forecast the next couple of seasons very competitive to try and get in top four. But they're probably just averaging out on the base thing that we get into Europa League. Me personally, if they actually are being serious, then everything, all the resentment or the prejudice I had before they came in to United stand corrected, in it. Like I was right to be very skeptical about them in the first place.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know what? When you actually deep in, I think it's the budget as well, man. Because a lot of people still think we're going to be budgeting on Champions League money, but I don't think that the money's there for that.
Look, listen. At the same time, though, I mean, it's only a few months ago that they said that we want to challenge and win the league by 2028. Now we're obviously making statements saying that we're going to stay in Europa League for the next 4 years. Now, if you really think about it, it's just irrational statements just coming out based off emotions. And it's just the story of United, we put out too many statements and we don't clear up things that we need to, kind of do in the background. And look, think about it. If you brought in someone like Ruben Amorim in obviously this sort of period, him being, kind of naive, coming in, knowing that he wouldn't have any budget in January, he's going to have to work with these sorts of players. Now he's clearly misprofiling players that don't suit his system. He's coming initially with, an attacking 3-4-3 sort of ideology, but obviously in evidence, it looks like we're playing 5 at the back, 3 midfield and 2 up top. It's very defensive. So, it's just things, again, just proving my point of irrational statements. We do things based off emotion. Sacking Ten Hag when he should have got sacked in the summer, sacked him way too late, brought in someone like Ruben Amorim, obviously, who wants to come in with his own sort of, ideologies, but don't have his players. Is he going to get backed? We don't know. It's just, irrational things just happening all the time, to be fair. So I don't know what you lot really believe on that.
Yeah. The thing is, though, the project right now, I don't think INEOS know what they're doing right now. That's the thing right now. Like, for me, it's like, who really believes we're going to win the Europa League? Not many of us, innit? Let's be honest. Like, who really thinks next year we're even going to try and get into that top 4 next year? I think they're just understanding what's on the market right now. They know that the fan base are probably expected to see big money signings. They can't do that right now. We are in, 1 billion in debt right now. I think we owe 300 million in transfer fees. Like, they're just thinking, yo, listen, it ain't looking good right now. And I think they kind of obviously had maybe expectations at the start, but then they've probably said, yo, listen, this ain't what it is. Do you know what I mean? This ain't what it is, bro. I'm looking at the standard of, European football. Like today, for example, Arsenal beat PSV 7-1, but would United beat PSV? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Brother, every team we play, whether if it's Premier League level, Europa League level, or if it's the FA Cup and we're playing League 2 level, we always drop down to their standard. It's always
that's it, exactly, game.
You never dictate the game of football. We don't have players who can dictate the game of football, pick up the ball from the back, control the game, set the tempo.
Yeah,
you kind of know our style already. So in terms of, again, that sort of statement of challenging for Europa League, if that, could we even stay in the Europa League for the next 4 years? Do you even know that? That's the God's honest truth. So
What's everyone's kind of standards right now in terms of where you believe Man United should be? Are we a Champions League? Do you want to be in the Champions League? Do you want to get embarrassed in the Champions League? Do you want to be in Europa League? Yeah, go on.
I was about to ask you. I don't know, Cams, if you're finished eating, if you want to talk in that, I don't know, talk, man. But I was gonna say, like, it's all well and good saying that we want to be in the Champions League, but I recall being in the Champions League with like Ollie and we're just getting embarrassed, bro. Like, do you want to be in the Champions League for the sake of being in the Champions League, or are you trying to be in the Champions League to win it? Because my time growing up and supporting United, when we're in that competition, we're trying to win it. Now it's a thing where people are just saying it for the sake of saying it. Like, yeah, obviously you get the financial rewards by being in that competition, but it's like it's like being a broke boy and going to go party with the big boys. Like everyone's going and China White, and you're there like trying to budget. It don't make no sense, bro. You're just going there for vibes.
So, yeah, but being in the Champions League as well, though, it's like, as bad as it sounds, man, but you still want to be in it, though, innit? I know you say don't win it, but not many teams have won it in the last couple of years. Like, apart from Real Madrid, like Real Madrid have been consistently winning it. You know what I mean? Year in, year out. Like, it's heritage teams that practically win it. Let's be honest, man.
But English teams have been going far and kind of dominating in Europe,
exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So and again, we're nowhere near the strongest English team, So
no, we're not.
Again,
we're not.
Like just being in the Champions League, it's just going back to what echoing from Estrella. Are we there to be in the Champions League just for a puppy show, or what are we really there for? So what's our level, man?
That's it, man. What is our level? That's the thing. What is our level, man? You know what I'm saying to you? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if our fan base know what our level is, I don't know.
It's crap
for me. Yeah, go on, cuz.
How about this? Yeah, in about 6 months' time, when it comes down to like the start of next season, we got more of a balanced midfield because it's not hard, because it's going to get exchanged anyways, and then another wing back. Maybe might even have a different manager. And when things are cooking a little bit, you're not going to be hearing this whole INEOS out. Oh, we're going to do a protest and all this stuff. You know what it is, yeah? Anyone that's going to the protest, you're a bunch of frauds as well, bro. Because at the end of the day, you're the same ones that are going to sit in the stand. No. Because we have to keep it real.
Why is it frauds? Why is it frauds?
Because they're frauds. Because guess what? Yeah, you're going to go into the stands. You're gonna go buy things at the back like they always do. I remember the massive protest. We was a part of it, Saeed. I was there. I vlogged it and all that kind of stuff.
Allegedly.
No, but you can go to a protest though, and protest for.
Yeah, but it
like
don't
for me
do
personally, you know my opinion about protests. I don't think protests work. I'd rather not go in the stadium or walk out in a specific minute from the stadium and make it as impactful. I don't believe in protests anymore, but I don't think it's a waste of time. That there's some sort of gain from it. You know what I mean? You're still voicing your opinion about a certain ownership that will be put on camera and that will be seen worldwide. That can affect sponsors. That can affect, what they're trying to do. Like it can be. It's a nuisance, but is it as impactful? No. Does it work anymore? No, because what happens is, are you on the same boat? You'll see it. Yeah. Of course. I don't like the way you kind of said about it. You know what I mean? I don't agree with I don't agree with the
word. It doesn't mean to every single person. This will only affect
fair enough.
Think of it like this, because I was going to explain it like this. Voice your opinion. I'll rate all the ones that don't go into the stadium and you said, you know what, I'm going home. Yeah, you know what? Go scan your ticket. Then come straight back out, because that way they can't get your season ticket. They're gonna try to spot it by camera via whatever. You can say, let's be honest, I remember this year. We go into the mega store, gets shut down. Whoop-de-doo, everyone goes into the stadium. I see the same people that were next to me, or pretty much on the other side. I was like, I remember that face. Go to the back, go buy water, the Coca-Colas and everything. Guess how protesting works? A little bit like what's gone on in recent times as well, boycotting certain brands and whatnot. It's hurt their pockets. That's the only way. If you really are about it, because we're talking about 15, 20,000 at the protest or something like that again, So you're telling me all of these lot probably got season tickets in my assumptions. Either walk out or lock it off like Liverpool, because then what? Then they're gonna have to do something. And dude, you know what is? It's one game, but what about doing it next week? What about the following week? How about the following week after that? Or maybe even every few weeks? That's how you really do it. Because guess what? The only team that's realistically done that before FSG coming was Liverpool fans. That's who got it right. But it's a different game. But we let's be real with us. How many times we watched the game, whether it's at the stadium or on TV, and you always see the Glazers out. You always hear it. These brands can hear it. They don't give a crap.
We was chanting on Sunday, bro.
The maddest thing is, everyone's against INEOS. Fair play, because they made some absolutely horrendous decisions. I'm not against them. I'm more for them, to be fair, but
you're not against them.
We could check because
that's wild.
Because you know what it is, the way I look at it is a little bit from a different side of things. Is if someone else is really about it, they would have come and bought United. If Sheikh Jassim, who we wanted, Saeed, we was gassed, wanted it, he would have put up the funds. And the thing is,
no, he did though. I think he did, but obviously Glazers were too greedy, and then Jim Ratcliffe saw the opportunity to buy.
But if you really want Man United, if you really are and want this gem, you would have went and bought it. The thing is,
you don't get ripped off. Business people don't get ripped off.
But
no. Business people don't get ripped off, bro.
I'm not saying they don't. I don't mind if people are for INEOS, not for INEOS. But one thing I do know, because obviously you can go look at yourselves, and we can only go off one little verbal agreement and stuff. Is the only way to get these guys in, regardless, was to give them what they wanted in their premium. Now, under what I'm understanding, they put up the premium for them. They put up whatever billions Ratcliffe did, and the agreement is the only issue is there's no time frame, but to get them gone. The whole point is to get them gone. After that, Bob's your uncle. Let's see what happens. This is why I say, you know what? Whether it's now or in 2 years, I will judge them in about 2-3 years time, and then you know what? I'll be like, you know what? I've had enough. But let's not act like United are not in a massive fold of crap.
I agree.
Everyone, it was only about 6 months ago or so, actually no, before the FA Cup, where everyone was saying, I'm ready for the tough decision, I'm ready for the bad times, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for the harsh. But when it does come out by ABC journalists, no one's ready for it. Business, we said 100 million revenue losses per year for the last 3 years. And yet, when you can't accept that, we're just not that club no more, because we're skint, bro. We have to cut corners everywhere we can. This is the reality. Because if another business person was so fond of Man United, why don't they come in now then? Last time I checked, there's 6 months left on that first refusal.
Kaz, can I explain why?
That's my I hope it's not too harsh on what people think, but that's just the way I'm viewing it.
No, it's about opinions, bro. This is what it's about, man. You don't want to be hearing the same opinion. You get me? But go on, Estrella.
Not to sound condescending, Kaz, because I actually agree.
Go on.
I agree
Big up though. Be in a minute.
This is after I come off stream. This is the stuff that I learned. So I'm learning about. I do commercial law and contract law.
Yeah.
Big up.
When Sir Jim Ratcliffe has obviously opted into this, he's going to buy them out eventually. In a contract, it can either be a term or a consideration. Yeah. If it's a term, you've got to knuckle down the fact that it's actually not just a warranty or consideration. You've got to make sure in that contract it states that them phasing them out the club, is mutually, and there's action that's going to be towards it. So it's one thing just saying it, and another thing it being black and white. So and the other factor, when you're saying, Sheikh Jassim should have just come up with the proof of funds. Like I said, I don't know what everyone else does in the chat. And again, this is not me trying to do whatever. Everyone all has what careers they have. I work with very rich and wealthy people, innit? I work for them, sorry. Nobody on their right earth, even to take away from rich people, if you want to take a girl out and you actually really like her, and she's saying, take me sexy fish, take me Hakkasan, and you want to score a goal, you're going to weigh it up. Even though you've got the bread to do it, it's about principle. You're not going to gin with me when I know you're letting next man grab something for half the price. Like, I put up a fair bid, then increased it. The next man's come in with the similar bid. Then he's gone from wanting to buy the whole thing to 75% of it to 50%, and then to this. So to me, that's very disingenuous. That doesn't come across as somebody who is mank born and bred who wants the best for us. The fact that the people that's been destroying our club for over 2 decades, to me it says enough. The only reason why I got on board with this was because Saeed, Brian, and other few people were getting on to me saying, why don't I just be a bit more optimistic? Why don't I try, not be like stubborn and ignorant, and I more open-minded? And that's what I did. And so far, they haven't really shown me anything to like. I'm not going to say the whole tenure has been bad, because I agree with what you said, Kaz.
They haven't shown you enough for them to trust them as well.
I hear it. They haven't
done anything for them to trust. If anything, they've done things to de-trust. You know what I mean? In terms of like use people's kind of like almost optimism to kind of be like, you know what, we might believe in you again. So,
but that's what we do as fans, though. Fans are fickle. The thing is, we'll win a few games and people forget. That's because the guarantee this wouldn't come up if we won a few games because these players could play.
In fact,
did you get it? It's like other than that.
So you're saying if we went on a good run, right, and we didn't have like a bad season, we wouldn't be on INEOS's case. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm 100%. I'm telling you now, we wouldn't be.
But 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't anyway, because you'd think it's working what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
So,
the reason why, there's a reason why.
How fans, that's what he's saying, fans are fickle, because that's how fans think. Just because you're winning, things are working. When you're losing, all of a sudden people forget everything else, and they're just like, they're trying to find the problem somewhere. So they have to blame someone.
Yeah. But you could argue that a lot of this year's bad form, a lot of it has come down to INEOS's mismanagement of Man United, not getting rid of Erik ten Hag when they needed to.
Yeah,
not backing Amorim in January.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then obviously they kind of like mismanaged in between. Like, I'm not saying it's all down to them because Amorim's tactics has been a big part of it as well. But I'm saying that a lot of it has come down from INEOS's side as well. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like
I agree on that part. It's true. One decision can literally capitulate the whole
season. Yeah.
They got only themselves to blame. But then you look at other sides of things where they got Nice wrong. And Nice are now sitting in third in the table. Do you get? But no one was a highlight. That's their club. That's the one that Brailsford did kind of take control of first. Ish, like he done his thing, and then he put people in place they needed to, and all of a sudden they're doing what they were doing beforehand, but maybe even a little bit better, right? That's one factor. Why does no one talk about that as well? Because this is Nice. That's called budgeting in the French league, by the way. Proper budgeting, because it's tight down there. But my whole thing is, I don't want to be reactionary right now because in a year's time or 2 years' time, I want to make that judgment instead because I know that these players are crap. The thing is, people think that it's just changing players is going to change a culture. They've done an audit, and they said, cool, we hire more than everybody else in the world, but yet we're not performing to a high club standard. So they've been getting rid of people, look, they lost their jobs. It's not easy, innit? You go find a new one, life moves on. Inshallah for them, hopefully all the best in it, But they've cut their corners here and there, but the journalists have used it against INEOS, but this is normal in business every single day. Do you get it? So that's why I'm all for it, to be fair. We're not acting like a top club. You want to reset a culture at any business. They say you work from what? The bottom up or the top down, something like that, whatever. I'm not all clued up on that. Maybe Estrella can do that for me, but I'm thinking like, cool, it's a culture is all to do with even people that work around the club too. It might be just time to have a change and a mad change, because it's been a decade or longer of rubbish. It stems from everywhere. So I'm willing to give it time, because I've written off the season. I thought it was going to be a lot better. We would play low block. Let's say we got a different manager or it was him. We would play low block. Right now, we're not higher than 8th regardless with these players, because we still got the same attack. Yeah. But then if we play low block now, everyone's going to be like, bro, what's your style of play? What are you doing? What's the identity? All the same question. Oh, you got rid of low block Ten Hag to expansive to do the same thing. It's like, cool. Which situation do you want to put yourself in? Do you want to put yourself in a better one or the worst one? Right now, we're in the worst one. He tried to play expansive, but guess what he's done? He's exposed every single player, to not to just us, but to everyone that might see the game a little bit different. Say, this player can't play. This player can't play. This one can't even hold on to the damn ball. So that's where I'm looking at, like, he's just exposed it, but he's not done himself favors at the same time, Amram, because he's continuously plays people that be like, why? We had something decent when Xerxes, Ahmad, and Rashford all played together, Bruno just behind. Why didn't you just keep on with that? But everyone makes mistakes. But we'll see in it where it is, whether it's 13th, 8th. I thought this was the narrative. Whether it's 8th, 13th, 10th, who cares, right?
No, but I feel like now it's not the case now. I think
but there's no who cares when you're losing. That's the problem. You know, when you're losing.
When you keep losing, no one cares. No one cares.
Yeah. Just to have it point, One, when you're cutting the staff members, you are correct, because when people are doing audits, you don't normally start at the top. You start at the lower end, where you can make the immediate like recuperation of finances. When you start to go up the pecking order, the only reason why everyone's moving this mad is because there is no. I agree with you. I actually agree with the budget cuts, because, like I said, I played football to a certain standard, and I was at certain clubs where we're in the change room or we're training, certain man are there just holding comms and that. And I'm thinking, brother, you've been at this club for like 3-4 years. What do you actually do? So like, I feel like there's some kind of like preferential jobs that have been allowed to keep continuing, and you have no use for your like requirements at this club. But then when you're looking at players like Mason Mount, you've missed him for like how long? Luke Shaw, Casemiro. You've got these players on massive salaries, and when people are doing maths, like, oh, if you just got rid of them, those people wouldn't have had to get sacked. Those people seem to get sacked respectively, but it's just not looking good the way they're going about it. And if there was more communication, it would probably be more palatable for the fan base. The fact that they've gone radio silent, and then we're starting to see trends like they're allowing the media to start attacking Amorim, it's just giving me vibes of like what the Glazers used to do to previous managers. The only reason why I'm not like jumping on the bandwagon like everyone else, like you, like in your position, like you said, Kaz, is because Amorim's still in charge. I feel like the moment they sack him, that's when I'm completely done. For me, I've said I'm ready for it to get dark. Like I told Saeed, I told him I'm ready.
What counts as dark? No, what counts as dark?
Yeah, I want to know what the dark is.
Okay.
I said I don't care. I'm ready for it to get dark if we're going to see actual change.
But we can only finish 16th though right now this season, I reckon.
You know, my thing is now.
Or 17th.
We're not going to get relegated. My thing is
we're not going to get relegated. Yeah.
I think still embarrassing, isn't it?
It's embarrassing. That's fine, but we've been embarrassed before. I've seen 7-2. We don't need to do revisionism. My thing is this: you're making cuts. That's fine. In the summer, there's players that need to go. Let's recoup the money. That's fine. I just want to see that there's a structure, and what you're doing is not like
Estrella, sorry to cut you there, but we're saying that's fine. Like, it's easy to get rid of these players. These players will sit there on these contracts, bro. We're talking Luke Shaw, we're talking Mason Mount, we're talking Casemiro said that he will stay here and eat his money, bro. Like, that's not an issue. Does that make sense? So it's not gonna be a quick fix. It's not gonna be an easy fix. Like, and that's the honest truth, bro.
That's why I don't get the argument. I never get the argument. Oh, but you got Luke Shaw now. Yeah, but no one wants Luke Shaw. No one wants Mason Mount. No one wants Casemiro right now. By the way, your mic kind of. I think when we talk, your mic cuts out a little bit, but obviously we have to be silent. And I kind of clocked it in it.
Yeah, go on.
If you're gonna rely on you so much, and you're making all these budget cuts, get rid of Casemiro. Get rid of Luke Shaw, get rid of Mason Mount, and when I say get rid of them, subsidize their contracts and kick them out of the club, and then bring it. And if you want to play youth, play youth. That way, I'm more palatable to take that than man's just going to chill there. I'm tired of players dictating their position at a club. You're a pawn in this game. You don't have a voice, bro. What's happened at United is that they've made these individuals make it seem like they actually have power. You're an employee. You should be disposable. No matter how much wages you're on per week, you should be disposable.
You know, Samuel Racist Lucas, yeah, he put out a
What you call it? Wait, go on. What you say the middle name was?
Samuel Racist Lucas, isn't it?
100 million%.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen his report, yeah, but he put out he calculated how much Man United player would need to be sold for the summer to avoid recording a loss on the books. By end, they must be sold for 1.86 million to avoid a loss. Mazarawi must be sold for 6.4. Delict must be sold for 30.72. Obviously, we're not going to sell him. Maguire, any sale will be recorded as a net profit, treated like an academy player. Martinez must be sold for 18.72 million. Mount must be sold for 33 million. Bruno, obviously, net. Hoyland must be sold for 38.4. Xerxes must be sold for 29.2. Again, that's not too bad, to be fair, considering we bought him for 34. The Dogu must be sold for 27. Euro must be sold for 41. Obviously, our man would leave that. Casemiro must be sold for 15 million. Dallo, any net profit, treated like a academy player. Shaw, the same. Onana, 28.32. Ogate, 33.84. Obviously, Mainoo on that one, net profit. And yeah, 5 players expected to leave. Ericsson, Lindelof, Heaton, Evans, Sancho.
Where's Anthony and Rashford on there?
I don't know, I don't know why he's not put Anthony and Rashford on there. I don't know.
Well, Anthony,
Rashford will be straight profit anyway. Rashford will be straight profit. Anthony, how long we had him for? 4 years
3
now?
This is our third year now. But we need to make about 25 million on him or something like that.
Nah, more than that. Probably about
what's
40
80
million.
divided? If you do 80 divided by 5 and then times it by 2, that's what we need to get in the summer.
Yeah.
So we need to get 32 million for him.
I think we can.
32 million.
I think we could recoup down Anthony if he keeps performing how he's performing in the league.
Yeah, you know what? That's the most I'm confident about.
Yeah.
That's the most I'm confident about right now. Anthony, he's actually performing week in, week out.
Do you not see a lot of the players that we think are dead wood or crap at our club? Yeah, they go elsewhere and able to perform or stay fit. Martial's been able to stay fit. I honestly believe if Mason Mount was to leave our club, yeah, he could go to somewhere else and probably do half decent.
But Mason Mount was not fit at Chelsea.
He was injured before. Yeah,
he was injured before Chelsea, man.
Yeah, he was injured before Chelsea, but I'm saying if we sell him to a different league, the pressure's on the body when you're going to different leagues, different.
Take a loss with this, bro. I would say take a loss with this guy, man. Just get rid of him, man.
Look at Memphis Depay.
Put him on loan or something.
The law firm I actually worked for back in the day, they were part of the analytical studies of where he was going next. What he done when he was at United and he was having that dead bit, yeah, he paid analysts to look at his body functions to see what league would best tailor suit him, and that's why he's managed to go to League 1, do decent, and now he's done it again, and he's gone to Brazil. I'm sure Mason Mount could do the same thing.
Yeah, of course it can. Different leagues require different characteristics and physical traits and whatnot. That's why. Look, Isco's old. David Silva's old. Can't cook in the Prem, but in the Liga they look good. Do you get what I mean? Well, I don't even know if David Silva was even playing anymore, but when he was, even at Sociedad, Anthony goes over there, it's less physical. He can do all these little skips and tricks and all that, and it looks good. I keep doing it. And Anthony Martial, respectfully, he's in Greece, and it's not intense. There's nothing on his body. The guy barely has to do a sprint.
Yeah, of course.
And the weather as well. The weather
helps. The weather helps recuperation.
Yeah.
That's listen. Mount just needs a dip if he can. I'm sure.
No, but I still think the sales, you got to manage them right as well. You got to do it correctly. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some of them, I think Rashford wants to come back, to Manchester. I'll be real with you guys. I think that he thinks that the manager's going to get sacked, and he wants to come back. Real talk, man.
I don't think it's a manager thing.
This Villa gimmick.
Did you watch him today? Did you watch him today?
He wasn't all that, man, today.
He's just normal, isn't it?
Normal today.
But the thing is I don't think it's a manager thing. I think it was decided by INEOS, mate. You're on 300 grand per week or whatever. You're going. Yeah.
No, I think that was a manager thing, bro.
Think about
it.
It
was a manager thing, though, man. The way
it's a manager thing, man.
The manager was just playing him at the beginning.
Yeah, but it's not unknown when you go back to like Varane and everything. Everyone that's been targeted to leave are always the big earners. So it's kind of obvious. Like, let's be real. I think he was meant to leave last year. It didn't happen. INEOS want him gone because of his wage too. Because we need to. You're talking about cutting corners, cutting wages and everything. He's going to be a nice little fee if case. So I think it's not just a manager. I don't think the manager didn't like him, but I think it's more on the club saying he needs to go regardless. He's got to have to manage that situation. But remember, it's not like Amram didn't say he didn't want him. He came out literally, what is it, the day after something of Ipswich and say, I want a new challenge or something. He done it to himself. Regardless.
to be fair, he came out and said, "Yo, I want a new challenge." To be fair,
So it's on him.
I think
he's on him. Yeah,
go Barcelona.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully go there, man. Go cook.
Yeah.
He will do well over there.
But we're not getting we ain't getting no money out of Barcelona. We'll be waiting until we're like 8 years old.
No wages to him.
Yeah, they ain't paying no wages as well. You know what I mean? Like it's real. Unless they get rid of Ansu Fati, that was the problem with them. You know what I mean?
But don't you think? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Marcus Rashford, innit? But don't you think maybe like he's been a bit overrated because of that the potential that he had when he started playing? Like, because you can see obviously the attributes he has, but over a consistent period of time, he's never really been that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't watch him play and be like, oh, game in, game out, performance-wise. Because obviously the season that he scored however many goals, he wasn't necessarily playing that great, but he was finishing his chances. You see what I'm saying?
He was scoring the goals, yeah.
So when you look at like inversely at someone like Ousmane Dembele started scoring, but his performances were always good. Like he dribbles past people, kills people, but his final ball was just horrible. Whereas this season, like he's now fixed that, he's scoring goals, and you're like, okay, what a player. Whereas Rashford, it was like when you watch his actual games, he was still losing the ball, still wasn't able to really hold up the ball. All these little things.
I think there's two Marcus Rashfords. There's Marcus Rashford, and this is when we're in possession. Yeah, there's Marcus Rashford on the ball, and there's Marcus Rashford without the ball. Marcus Rashford, confident without the ball, always making direct runs in behind. So once we have our creative players kind of playing that ball in behind, he's in 1v1. That 40 GA season, he had Weghorst up top, obviously linking up the play, and obviously Bruno spamming balls as per usual in behind. Exactly. Even when he had Ibra playing again off Pogba, the ball's in behind. I remember the opening day against Chelsea, just little things like that, for example.
Yeah,
Rashford
that season
off the ball.
Yeah.
Him off the ball is 10 times better than Rashford on the ball. Rashford on the ball likes to do this thing. Sometimes he's very hot and cold. He likes to do this thing where he stops, he has his head up, he waits for about 3-4 seconds, then he tries to find a final pass. He's trying to be a creative player when he knows that's not his game. When he's on the ball, his game is something similar to Garnacho, and I don't even rate Garnacho like that, in my opinion. It's very similar to Garnacho. You get the ball, head down, run at your man. It doesn't matter what you head down, run at your man. You don't even look up when you put the ball in the box. You just whack it in the box. That's the God's honest truth. So Marcus Rashford off the ball is completely different to Marcus Rashford on the ball. And in my opinion, the fact that he kind of went backwards from that 40 GA season and he's looking to be this creative merchant again and, you know, picking up the ball in the left, playing the final ball in behind, it killed his game. And then obviously we're here where we are now, really.
Yeah, I agree, man. For me, like I said to you, bro, like the manager ain't gonna play him. If the manager stays, he ain't gonna play him. You know what I mean? And for him himself, I think he's got to move on. But I deep down, when he said it's a short-term move, he wants to come back, man, and he wants to. It's unfinished business for him. You know what I mean?
INEOS' plan though, like they want to get in players that are below age 25, like.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. By the way, INEOS' plan is to get players under the age of 25.
I want you guys, Kaz, but I keep saying Kaz, I know your takes on Rashford in it. Yeah, have you watched him since he's been at Aston Villa? Because people are doing like because they're seeing the stats here. It's like, oh, Rashford doing amazing. For me personally, he's not really doing much that he wasn't doing at United. He's just putting in more effort. Like, I watched him against Liverpool.
Yeah. He's pressing a little bit better.
When Liverpool got the goal back, it was because Marcus Rashford didn't want to track back. He's still doing the same crap he's done at United. He's just putting in more effort.
Oh boy, this is what I call the Sancho gimmick. Does well for a few months, goes missing afterwards. Everyone does it, man. I've seen it too many times, man. Do you get it, man? It's just I don't care, like, bro. If he wants to go, I want him to do well. I want him gone. Because you're not good.
But what is it? What do you think it is? Just effort then? It's not. It's obviously not ability.
Yeah, it's mentality.
I mean, but throughout their careers, exactly. It's mentality. Throughout their careers, those two type of players, as much as I do love them, they're man-them type of ballers, isn't it? They're my type of ballers.
But then
they've regressed. But it's mentality, bro. It's just straight mentality. They've been pampered their whole careers.
But they can't play for
big club. Their whole careers.
If that's the case, they can't play for a big club.
No,
that's facts.
No, he needs to go do the McTominay thing, man.
Okay, because then how can they be? How they can only be players that come and contribute? Then they can't be the players that you rely on to make the difference. If they got that kind of mentality, then it wouldn't work. I don't see how.
Doing well. It's It's March. The guy's last decent game.
And he started
game.
well, Sancho. Then he's faded away.
Let's be real. The last game was Crystal Palace. I remember that game, and that was all right.
Let's be real, yeah. Sancho only plays well when the team plays well anyway. He's one of them players like the team has to play well.
Yeah, the team has to function together.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this year, the physicality and the speed of the Premier League,
they're
not
rhythm
players.
Yeah, I agree.
Else that's more suited to your, like Anthony probably, or somebody else.
Anthony's thriving in that team, you know.
The thing is,
got
if you look at his overall game, he does give the ball away sometimes, but they work for him and he gets back. I've seen him put some good tackle. Real Madrid, watch him against Real Madrid, whatever. It's decent. He's more of a team player now. Yeah, they're not all looking to him. He's not the hero. He was a setup man. I like that. Yeah, just do your thing. He can play with Isco. He's a cracking player. All of that, whatever. I just think Sancho's a great player, just in the wrong league. Simple as that. You're suited to Germany. You're suited to. I don't even think he'd be suited to La Liga. I'll be real. I mean, sorry, the Italian league. I don't think that's for him. I think La Liga maybe whatever. It'll be all right. A bit more slower.
Yeah.
Rashford would absolutely cook in the Italian league.
He would. He would.
It's his game to a T. And you know what I call him? The Peri version of him is called Leao. You put him in the same team, they look exactly the same. I'm telling you that now.
Leao's a bit more explosive, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's regressed anyways, because since I know he had his season.
Leao?
No, Rashford. Since he broke his back from Ollie, that was it, man. The regressing started from there. That's it.
Yeah.
He's lost pace and everything. He came to the game a little bit young. He's been overplayed when he was young, anyways. Regardless, the money's clearly gone to his head as well, where you don't really care as much no more. Money changes everyone.
He doesn't
really.
care.
I don't think he's got. From what I know of him personally, he don't have really that much good people around him, anyways. Like that, there is some decent, some not. Like he likes what he likes, innit? It is what it is. This is him.
Yeah.
This is what you're gonna get. This is the Rashford you're gonna get. You're gonna get moments, and then you're gonna have dross.
Yeah.
That's it.
Big up to everyone locked in, man. There's over 1.1k in the building, man. We need to get to 500 likes ASAP, people. Let's get these likes up in the chat. Mods, push the likes if you can. And don't. He says here, question to panel: what do you want for United? Ownership and ambition. Bro, I want to compete, bro. I'll be real with you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know you want the big boy trophies, but I want to see United competing first, man. Trying to compete, bro. You know what I mean? Then you can go and get to the bigger trophies, but at least competing, bro.
What's competing? What's competing?
Competing is going toe to toe with the bigger clubs, going and engaging throughout the whole season, not just kind of falling away, having an identity. You know what I mean? Like everything together.
I think that's what's keeping
together. Yeah,
I think that's what's keeping me. I think it's having an identity. United, we've lost our identity since obviously. So now when a lot of fans have different opinions in terms of what style of play they want to see, whether if it's, possession-based football, whether if it's, attacking football, defensive football. For me, I don't care. As you can control the game of play from a defensive side of the game. You've seen Conte do it. You've seen Mourinho teams do it. You've seen Ancelotti teams do it nowadays, if that makes sense, They defend, obviously, 11 men behind the ball, and they break apart. Does that make sense when they're obviously attacking? Now, in terms of style of play and identity, I think that's what's key for me. I'll go as low as that. Not even, kind of competing with the big boys yet. Well, honestly, we play against the lower league teams, and we're giving them a good game. So yeah, we need to start dominating football.
More than that, man. It's the thing is we're so far behind on recruitment. Yeah, it's because every other team's getting players that are physical, can dribble, got decent passing or something like that. They can keep up with the pace of the game. We don't have a team that's balanced. We ain't had a balanced midfield since Herrera, Pogba, and Matic and whatnot. Do you get it? That was our last time we had a decent midfield. We don't dominate games. We don't even. I'm thinking, like, are we beating even Ipswich today? That's it. I don't know. Why am I thinking like that? Because I know this midfield's crap. It's garbage. And the thing is, it's all technical, but there's no physicality to it whatsoever. That's why it looks so dross. You got the low on one side, doesn't attack. Guy's crap as well. I don't care what anyone tells me, man. It's been consistent for 5 years on this, brother.
Don't say that to fans.
Crap, I don't care. Just what? Because he had a moment. Do better pass and all that. I don't care about all that, man. Allow it, man. It's a gimmick, man.
He's mid.
He's mid, bro. Like, the thing is, decent fullback somewhere else. Just not at this club.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. I think ultimately, bro, when people are saying, "Oh, you just want to become like Arsenal," no, what I'm saying to you is, bro, we need to compete like we're known as a team that, we're here. Like we're alive, bro. Like
but
now,
that's what Arsenal are doing.
No, but the thing is with Arsenal, right? I believe also they haven't got the right manager, maybe take them over the line. You get me in that regard.
But he's done really well though, so he's done.
But I'm saying, but we start off by competing, and then you find out the guy to win you and get you over the line.
Okay, so if we don't win, then you're saying
it's a failure.
Hammer him and then get somebody else to get.
Yeah, get somebody to win. Yeah. So basically, you have to start off by playing good football, competing, getting to the top four, then going and trying to challenge for the league maybe the next 2 years or whatever. Like you do that, but like just be a serious club, bro. You know what I mean? But you've got to start from somewhere. I can't expect my United next season to finish top 6. I can't. I don't think United can finish top 6 next season. But you then go from next season they finish maybe top whatever, and then you go into there. But you have to progressively get better. You know, we win a cup this season or win a cup next season. Yeah, it doesn't really show anything. That's why Amrin. I don't know if you mind what Amrin said, but Amrin said, "Yo, Europa League, yeah, it's cool, but bro, like, man needs to see more than that, bro." Do you know what I mean? Like he's come out and said basically, like, I'm not really like looking to just win the Europa League and everything's gonna be okay. Do you know what I mean? He goes, "Yo, we're trying to build something that is going to last more than any trophy this season." And when he said that, bro, I don't know if you've seen when he said that, he looked like a broken man. You know what I mean? He looked like he was tired, bro. You know what I mean?
He said what he was going to say about this club when he came in. Anyways, he knows it's a tough. You got a tough job.
He's been echoing Premier League anyway in a lot of his interviews. He's been saying, he's always mentioned, we're trying to get back to the Premier League. But Amorim's doing, like, I think only one manager, maybe Van Gaal, with his obviously style of play. He's trying to literally come and create that system that a lot of the fans, identity that the fans were crying for. Obviously, because it's a bit different, the 3-4-3, you have to kind of find a way to adapt it to the Premier League. And I said this, like when you look at other leagues, when you watch other leagues a lot, you have to calculate.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, when you attack here, it takes a few seconds when you're missing a chance to the team, albeit Bournemouth, albeit, I don't know, Ipswich, and they're at your own goal already attacking as well. It's very fast in transition. So the specific type of players you need, not just on the wing back, also potentially midfield, are players that can cover a lot of ground. Whereas maybe if you're playing in the Portuguese league, the Serie A, you may have, midfielders that you don't really need to be that athletic. It doesn't necessarily work with a certain way of playing. And you could see it, we've already spoken about the centre backs, and which is the reason why some of the players, it wouldn't work. And Maguire wouldn't work because he wants, you saw it against the lap. The lap will drop off. Maguire's scared, so he drops 10 yards back. The lap turns around. There's no one around him. Euro's gone with his man, Hutchinson, and then there's a big gap between the three. And then we're looking at Amorim saying, what's happening? But some of the players are just scared. We see it with Garnacho. Garnacho doesn't go in as a 10. He just pulls wide. He just plays where he's comfortable. So at the end of the day, it's going to be very difficult to implement that with certain players. And we've seen it. And that's why we're like, okay, certain players are not good enough. But now the question is, when you go into the summer, are you going to get the players you need? And will those players make a difference? That's a big question.
It's got to be perfect. Like my man said, like when you just put up, look, we saw Forest go from there to what, third now? See Villa spike up. I've seen it with Newcastle. You see it with Bear clubs. You have one great summer, and all of a sudden you got a turn of fortunes with just 5 good players that you recruited as well. We already got 5 people going out, and there's going to be others going out. Let's see what happens, isn't it? That's why I say I'm not really in this whole reactionary mode at the moment, because it don't matter what coach you put on this United side, innit? It's all
I have a question. So obviously, bro mentions, you need 2 robust midfielders to play this sort of, a system, yeah? Now, obviously, Bruno's doing a job in there. If you take Bruno out of that 2, you replace him and get 2 centre mids, do you now put Bruno in one of those 10s? Because in my opinion, he doesn't really work out
get rid of him.
Obviously, those 10 positions. So what do you do with him?
Bruno doesn't work in when you're trying to play with an identity and a system. Bruno's not that kind of. He's not that kind of player. And Ollie's kind of built him to. When he first came, obviously it worked, but Bruno doesn't quite have the discipline to do that over a 90-minute period. So I wouldn't even shift Bruno in it. Like, that's just
I'm
me.
telling you now,
Obviously, I know
the
a lot of
brother's a
people are gonna hate on
striker. He's a striker. He's not a midfielder. The thing is, he has his qualities, but his deficiencies outweigh his qualities for me.
Yeah.
Massively. I don't want him in the 8 because we look weak there. But he's the only one that's got the quality on the ball.
All right, but now, as I said, if you now get 2 replacement midfielders to go in
bench.
that 2,
Bench.
yeah, but does Ruben Amorim do that? Does Amorim do that? Does he bench his man?
He's the one that got rid of him in the first place. And they won the league in the next season, the following season. How about that? The January said, get gone. He's the one that was actually managing the team. Don't give me, assistant manager.
It wasn't him.
It was him.
No, he wasn't managing at the time.
No, he was
Bruno
cast as the assistant manager, but everyone knows he was managing the team. And that guy, whoever that was, whilst he goes gets his coaching badges, it was him. He was controlling it. It's known. He was just a figurehead. That guy was the manager, was the assistant all along. He got rid of my man. He built that system the way he wanted to. They went into that way. He tried all of that and he switched up. Simple as that. He's the one that got rid of him. But then again, that money done a lot for sport. You got to realize though, as well.
Yeah, I remember
that money done a lot for Sporting in their rebuild. A lot.
I don't get the sentence. Oh, sorry.
Say that again.
I was going to. Oh, Kaz was still talking in it. That's why I stopped.
I didn't know what he said.
I was going to say, I don't understand the sentimentality with Bruno. Like, they treat him like he's a legend or something.
Yeah.
This is what United do, and I don't want to keep using analogies and stuff, but you know when you retain something for too long, you know, like you squeezed it enough. There's nothing more to squeeze. You're just holding on for the sake of holding on. Like, bro, even now, people are saying, where would we be without Bruno? Yeah. With him, we're almost getting ready.
For the 15th, bro.
So my thing is this. It's the same thing with Anthony and Rashford. They've left and they look better. Right now, everyone's saying, Bruno, where would we be without? I say cashing in the summer. Because
facts.
He won't leave, man. He won't leave.
He's got 2 more years. He's got 2 more years. Ain't going nowhere.
But this is what frustrates me. Who are you to dictate what goes on with the club? You're a pawn. You're not the owners, bro. And if you want me to get on board with this whole INEOS thing, those are the type of decisions or executive decisions that should be made. Cashing on Bruno. Why are you retaining the man that you've seen?
No one wants him. No. The thing is, the latest rumors were Saudi and
Nah. He said to stay, man. He said to stay.
Yeah, he did stay. The thing is, I don't.
But that's the way. Raiders right. Raiders right.
Don't disappoint me, man.
I don't see. For me with Bruno, my whole thing is I don't want to become like Chelsea, where everything looks in like a lack of experience and stuff. I think he has his qualities regardless, but I don't think we should do too much too soon. I think one more season with him, if you actually use him more correctly and have obviously a lot better players around him, you will probably see a much better Bruno. But then it's like letting him go at the right time. Let him hand over that. He's on the bench or whatever. He might start a few games. He has to captain. Let it go to someone that deserves the armband next and be careful with it. Because remember, when Maguire stepped down, you know how quick it was to say, yeah, Bruno's my new captain. I remember being on Space with Danny and the rest of it. I remember this specifically. I said, if Bruno is going to be captain, we're done for the next 3 years. I'm telling you now, because he's going to start every game. And that's exactly what happened. Exactly.
I think we're done regardless, man. With or without
he's the only one that shows heart, though. The issue is, he's the only one that shows like he actually does care, and that's the issue. But maybe that's different because some people apply this as different.
Does Scott McTominay not show that he cared? And we said it wasn't good enough.
But Scott McTominay is not Bruno, man. Let's be real.
No.
I think Bruno's just the most fake player I've ever seen in my life. He impacts football games in terms of, goals and assists. But my word, brother, honestly, on the eye, the guy can't even dribble with a football. He looks like he's carrying.
He don't look that good.
He's carrying something. It's honestly, it's bad. He can't turn in between the lines.
Can't be a player, really.
Yeah.
How about he scored that goal against Everton just for needing to give it away right there, but no one remembers that. Captain Bruno.
But you know what it is, what I find funny, that you guys all share this opinion, but when you hear the majority of Manchester United fans, when you talk about Bruno, you're like public enemy number one. But it's crazy
you are.
Because
it's the same thing with Rashford though as well. It's everyone. It's all the favorites, isn't it?
Bruno's like, it's like you create like.
Nah, Rashford's the same, man.
No, but Bruno's like, you don't understand football. Rashford is like really sentimental because he's one of our own.
Yeah,
but Bruno's like, are you not watching the game?
The issue is he's like number 10 on our list that needs to go. That's the only issue. We got about 9 other players to go.
We got Onana needs to go, but
Onana needs to go before Bruno. He needs to go.
Never trust a keeper with a high top, blood. Never trust a keeper with a high top, blood. This is a disgrace.
Just high top, a bare skin.
Bro, I've never seen old Jack like that in my life.
It's a high fade.
People are being openly racist towards Onana now on Twitter, man.
That's peak.
It's actually crazy, you know. It's peak, you know, man. You know, people are actually saying like, "Yo, when was the last time there was a good black goalkeeper? When was the last time?"
That's not racist.
No. What I'm not. There's more. There's more that I've seen. No. I'm not saying no. I'm saying there's more. There's more things that I've seen.
See,
Yeah.
I've seen a
banana. I've seen a banana one. You see the banana one? You see the one where he's catching a banana?
Wait.
Did you not see that one? That's crazy.
No. I don't want no protection for my man.
That's crazy.
I please protect me, please. Because if you say something funny, I'm gonna laugh, and you're gonna be like, "Rah!" Come on, man, please.
Nah, you're good, bro.
You lot set me up, man. Saeed set me up. He's a nasty guy.
No, I'm not saying I'm saying it's opening up to some sort of madness online, man. I'm like, yo, I need to log out, man. I need to log out of here, man.
So all I'm gonna say on this is, I remember I warned you. This is I don't get no pleasure from saying, "Oh, I told you so," bro.
Yeah,
if
this
everyone,
comment's crazy.
If I said name me good 10 black left defenders, strikers, centre mids,
yeah, we could all name them.
If I tell you name me 10 good goalkeepers that are black, you're gonna struggle.
No, I could probably bring you a list when I need to.
Nah, bro.
Oh, get out of there, man.
You're talking about like top goalkeepers.
Mandanda,
Mandanda, bro. Mandanda, bro.
Hey, Mandanda's good, but he's not a top keeper.
Mandanda was even better than Yaskalainen.
Mendy from Chelsea, he had a good season.
McMahon.
Start doing foolishness like this guy.
Let me land, bro. McMahon.
Yeah, Magnon's had a poor season. He's had a very bad season, by the way.
Yeah.
And Manyan makes some very unorthodox saves as well, man. You can't trust these keepers, Chelsea, honestly.
Keeper of the year, Chelsea.
I said Dida. You're going back of all time. That's like that's crazy.
Dida was quality, but look how far he's gone back. 20 years.
I've gone to Hislop. Hislop was good.
Hislop.
Hislop.
Get out of here, bro.
Stop, man. Man said Hislop, bro.
Karemi, the Nigerian keeper.
Oh my God, Kameni. You can't.
Nah, bro.
You got my man that plays for a French team. He's called what's he called, guys? Lefont? Is he called Lefont?
Nah,
I know you're talking about Lefondre. I think
Lefont.
They're gonna clip
Yeah.
watch.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I can do it, I can find it. Feel me?
Why are you struggling, bro? Name me 10 black strikers. Name me 10 good black strikers.
You know, see, I can lift that ass. Eto, Drogba. You know what I mean? I can go. You know what I'm saying?
Cole, right?
George Weah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's too many. There's too many. You know what I mean? So, listen, it is what it is. I get what you're trying to say. But, bro, I don't know. Maybe you're right, bro. Maybe you're right, innit?
I'm not maybe.
It's not maybe.
Bro, it's a fact, bro. Do you know what it is? I don't like dancing around. I'm a straight shooter, yeah.
You know he was a striker back in the day.
I don't care what he was. He's a dead dog.
I've seen him in his clips as well when he's playing around with everybody. Like the way he strikes the ball is mad. Top bin.
It's mental, bro. This guy's built like an uncle, bruv. Honestly,
but he's too much
he's not a goalkeeper.
Anyway, for goalkeepers, a bit too stiff for my liking, bro. I don't like him.
Yeah, he's very stiff. Very stiff.
Very stiff, bro. His body mass, he's too top heavy. Normal saves that he makes, like I said this with like African players or like black people in general. If you're a goalkeeper, they can do all the acrobatics because we're like that. But when it comes to normal technique, parrying shots away from danger, man, them do.
We're
too theatrical, bro. Way too theatrical with it.
David James, that's crazy, man. Yeah. I still don't know why we got rid of Mate Kova. I swear down, I don't know why. We got 5 million buyback clause on that. We should be looking at that. I think he's not. Honestly, when it comes to these Eastern European goalkeepers, man, you can't look away from them, man. More time than less, they're good. They don't care about anything. They jump through a brick wall and just be like, I used to do that as a kid. Like, they don't care about that.
Honestly. No. I think for me, we got to get rid of him, innit? We got to get rid of him in the summer. But my worry is that, bro, who's out there that you think can replace him as well, like in world football?
The goalkeepers actually is a position where you can buy
Are you sure? As I said,
5 million, Mate Kova. It's in budget. It's way within budget.
Not at United. Being
Why
goalkeeper
not?
is a different thing.
It's a different one.
But it doesn't matter
I
who
like
you
the little
say.
keeper, but
It doesn't
I
matter
don't
who we say. All right, little keeper's serious. He's serious.
man.
I think
He's
I
serious.
swear he's
Chevalier.
a contract as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But my thing is, you can't really look at. It's that strikers these days. You look at goalkeepers worldwide. What are you gonna tell me? Diogo Costa, who we backed in?
No.
Go back to that Zion kid, man. You know, the half Japanese kid.
I'm never gonna go back to this conversation that just sparked this conversation. It's crazy.
But you got a Japanese in him, though. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, you know what it is for me? Forget the whole ethnic back thing. Yeah, my thing is this: the reason why I get sensitive on the goalkeeper thing is like I heard nothing but abuse for David De Gea, or it was time.
Yeah, it's right. You're right. You're right.
Two things can be right, man. Man, I hate this revisionism.
Somebody who actually has weight, he actually has like money in the bank for United. Yeah, was basically booted out the club. People hounded him out the club saying, "Oh, he makes mistakes all the time." Blah blah blah. We're gonna get this goalkeeper. He's a ball-playing goalkeeper. He's gonna revolutionise the way we play football. What we bought you for, you can't even do that. And the brother that we let go on a free, at least you know per one game he's gonna make a save that can potentially save you a point or get you free. You can't even do that. So we're regressing in what we're paying for, and we spent 40-something million for him. That's what I don't like. I don't care about what
2.7 or something, 43.
That's the main. What I'm actually angry at.
Yeah, but the thing is with the goalkeeper, we're not gonna be spending 30, let alone 25 million on that position when we need a whole new midfield and attack here, pretty much. So it comes down to budget. You're probably gonna have 15, 20 million max. I like Trafford personally. I think he's solid, can play ball, and he's great. He's got his great shot stopper as well. I like this guy if you want to go down that route. But I also like I like Mate Kova. 5 million as well within budget. It's nothing. Go get him. If you want to go and really experiment the season, go get him back. It's already homegrown. Makes all these. It makes sense.
Has he made strides in there?
Nah, to be fair, I think he was in and out in that season. For what's it called, for Xabi Alonso's winning season, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was other but their goalkeepers over in Germany. Go pick one. I think I like Petrovic. Yeah. No, I like Petrovic as well. I think he's underrated.
I think Petrovic
don't know why Chelsea have not played him, but he's gone over to. He got loaned in it, and he's having a great season.
He's good,
yeah.
Man. I can't believe that.
Serious food.
What I want to say to you guys is playing in goal for United is completely different. I'm just telling you that it's different.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I think playing for United anyway is different. I think.
Bro. Look at Højlund. Look at him right now. He's dying right now. You know what I'm saying to yourself?
And as much as I'm costing Onana, I will give it to him. Mentality.
Pause.
Second to none, because he's getting a lot of stick. On Trafford, they're hating on him.
With a smile on his face, he's still doing what he has to do, whatever. He's able to handle that pressure because he's played at maybe certain levels of football. You can't be respectfully. I agree with you about Trafford. He looks like a good goalkeeper, like he has a bright future. But so did Jack Butland. I'm old enough to remember Joe Hart when they were looking decent. They make a certain step up higher, and it just don't hit. And it's like pause. And it's like if you come to United, I don't think.
But you can say that for any goalkeeper, though.
Realistically, it depends what type of goalkeeper you're going for.
But how do you know what kind of goalkeeper? How do you know what kind of goalkeeper? You just mentioned a bunch of white goalkeepers. Like, do you get it? Like, no, English. Do you get it? Do you know what you did there? Subconsciously, you said white English goalkeepers. English.
Let's not do the colour thing, though. I don't want to do. I'm naming young goalkeepers that look like Joe Hart when he was at Birmingham City, he looked like he was going to be the next best goalkeeper in the whole world. Trafford looks pretty decent. Jack Butland when he was at Stoke in the early 2000s.
Yeah, Jack Butland was hyped up to be some mad goalkeeper. Yeah, I remember.
But then I'm saying like, if you're going for a keeper that's played maybe Champions League football, Europa League football, international football, and he's starting for their country, then maybe it's a bit more palatable that they might be able to handle the pressure. It's not necessarily what they look like, what country they're from. It's about the experience, and I think that's what's very important.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think Onana. I don't think we even look at goalkeepers as someone. That's the last.
Yeah, same.
I wanted to say real quick in the chat. All of you lot, without this is not even me trying to take the piss.
Go on.
We spent 40 million on Onana plus whatever. Do you think he's any better than Sergio Romero, who was our backup goalkeeper?
Nah, but Romero's better, man. Let's be real.
Romero's better.
Romero hardly made an error as a goalkeeping.
Yeah, exactly. He's done the basics. He done the basics very well.
Yeah. This is why I say Mate Kova. He plays all their half the Champions League games. He played pretty much all their Europa League games. Like he's getting experience. He's only 24 and he's 5 million. What? I would even keep Bayende. Let's get rid of Nana. If you can get rid of him for 35.
Bayende ain't any better as well, man.
Yeah, but I'd still keep him if it's a backup. I don't mind him too much. I'm only gonna go off that one game. Let's be real, we all are. But the thing
by the way, James Trafford has joined. He's set to join Newcastle, man. Them. Like,
yeah, I know. And when he starts cooking, man, he's the next best thing. It's like,
they're gonna cook. Burnley will come up, but still he'll go there.
I forgot Victor Valdes day fresh. That's crazy.
Everybody said he was gonna cook as well. Like,
who's that?
Yeah,
but the thing is, you're mentioning a lot of other profiles that haven't worked. But what about profiles that have gone to other teams and have worked?
Yeah, exactly.
It can work both ways. You can't just go from one way and not
work both ways. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you just never know. You never know, innit?
I could say the thing is, I'm not just trying to make this like a color thing, because
I watched the Bradford live, bro. No,
I agree with what you said. Yeah, I've seen very good goalkeepers in name or whatever come to United and struggle. Like, we had Victor Valdes at one point. Struggle.
I remember. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I remember.
Listen, I started saying playing in goal for United is something different. That's why I wouldn't have got rid of David De Gea. You should have got a young keeper in, and he could have at least given him the experience, the knowledge of like what it's like to play in goal for us.
Yeah.
When, like Saeed said, the kid is getting killed, regardless if he's not good enough or not. Yeah, he's below the age of 21. Do you want another Donny van der Beek situation on your hands? Like, but you're gonna have blood on your hands, bro. He was supposed to come in, and we were supposed to be saying play every week. You were supposed to get seasoned striker to support you. You had Martial being injured all the time, and everything was thrown on you. And now we're going, oh, he's dead food. Like, it's not, bro. It's actually not fair. And you guys are gonna say that we should get this young player. Who's gonna want to come?
No, I agree.
Yeah, but that's why
let me ask you a question. Yeah, who wants to come to Man United? Don't man them. Let's be honest. Like, who is this? No, real talk though. What is the project at Man United though? Like, I know we talk about like the project. Yeah. Who actually in the right mind wants to come to Man United in this position right now? Like, tell me how, because I think what they're trying to do is get young players who are maybe not probably there yet and the potential. I think we're gonna get a load of potentials in the summer. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. I'll be real with you. I don't know where players are coming right now to Man United instead of a Chelsea, instead of a Arsenal at the minute, instead of all of these clubs, Liverpool, Man City, even I'm not gonna lie to you, Forest, Brighton, all of these guys have got better projects than us right now.
Game time is very important, and the World Cup's around the corner, so that's something to think about. As long as we don't get relegated, and maybe we can scrape Champions League if we can't even win the Europa League, which is very undoubted at this time. What you need to understand is playing for United in name, big stage. Secondly, if you do half decent, the World Cup's around the corner, and a lot of players are going to think about that. Thirdly, game time. Top class strikers going to Arsenal, you're going to be battling out with Jesus when he gets fit. If you're going to Nottingham Forest, you're going to
Jesus. Come on, man, relax, man. He's getting displaced by Havertz, bro. At the minute, man. Man said Jesus.
Just using that as an example, though, isn't it?
£1 million on Jesus, and if he was fit, he would be starting for them. All I'm saying is this: if they go and spunk like 50-60 million on another striker, when Jesus is fit, they're gonna have to be alternating that role. Some people want kind of that security, and at United at this current moment, if they come there, they know they're probably guaranteed minutes one way or another. So these are things.
But if we don't win the Europa League this season, we finish 14th. You believe United is a very good project to come into.
I didn't swear it.
It still can be though. Like regardless, anyone that comes United, their profile is instantaneously boosted by the fan base. It's more than just that.
Yeah,
the thing is, whoever revives,
you're buying potential.
Of course. But that's the way it is these days because no one really goes and buys products no more. It's too busy. We're gonna get 25 and unders.
What's good potentials for you, Cuz? What's good potentials right now for you?
I don't know. Players or profiles.
Ryan Cherky and the man over there.
No, I don't. Cherky's a luxury player for me.
He's cool. So
I don't want no more luxury players. I don't want no more, especially because I will build a connection with them for the fan base to run them out, blood.
I know. Facts. Tell him again. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say names. Go on.
No, I was gonna say another thing United need to do, which is obviously I'm not saying the same level as Real Madrid, but Real Madrid have done it really well. They've gone for players that like younger, but they've also looked at the mentality. United need to look at the players' mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the players we sign confidence players. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that these guys, You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if he's having a bad time or whatever, he's done for a very long time. The mentality, and Estrella said it, playing for Man United is not the same, bro. Like, bro, I've been to different stadiums around the world, yeah. Fan bases, people coming to visit. United is a big club, bro. When you see the amount of people, you see the what do you call it? The foreigners, the tourists. United is a big club, bro. Like take it from me. So when you're on that pitch here, if you don't have a certain mentality, it doesn't matter how good you are. Once you're thrown off that confidence and your mentality is not strong enough to match it, you're finished. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like United need to look at another part of and I hope that Amorim will, because the psychology of playing for Man United, it's really, really high. It's not easy. And that's why I do give it to Onana. Obviously, his performance is not that good, but you can see the mentality is actually there, like the way he responds, the way he comes out. There's a few players like that, Lisandro, they're our players.
Have you ever played cage football before? Or like, no. It's actually a question. Yeah, have you played cage football before, like in the estate or whatever?
Yeah, I grew up playing it. Yeah.
Oh, are you asking me or are you asking my man?
No, I'm asking you.
Me? I got scouted from cage football.
Cool. No. It's not a
You
draw.
think I'm mad thing? I'm not gonna lie.
No. This is not
I
a
grew
draw.
up with it. I grew up with elders, innit? So we used to play against the elders all the time.
This is the closest way I can explain what playing for United is. If anyone's growing up in a state and you kick ball in a cage, man, know that it takes a certain mentality to be able to play there, because you got man on the sideline. If you get ripped, the sound effects, people are going to be doing a madness. If you get megged, everyone knows that times that by 70,000 people, and like every touch you have, is like they're looking at you like through a microscope. Like, bro, like for you to play for the club, there is no you need to put an arm around him. I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
Facts.
I almost want like Zlatan mentality, where it's like, got me for a reason. I know why I'm here. Not today I need the manager to be a little bit more nice to me. He didn't talk to me and tell me why I got benched. If you got benched, I want you to go to the gym, do 100 reps, and then next week, like, I'm on the bench, I'm ready to come on. Not
but we already know that confidence players don't sit well with me. I hate them. The low confidence player, Rashford, confidence player, I can't stand them. That's the only reason, like, where Nani was so inconsistent all the time, is because he was such a confidence player. But I hate that. But the thing is, it's easier said than done, and anyone can say, "Yeah, I've got this, I've got that." That's why they look into your background so much as footballers or whatever. But my whole thing is like, look at this is one small profile, or whatever. Look at Dorgu. He comes in, looks all right already, innit? He looks better than everybody else on the pitch. Funny old gamer profile. We usually say, "I'll give him some like 6 months to adapt or a year, see how he does." But already he's doing 1-2s. Getting crosses in already, all this blah blah. He's crossing his work though, I'll be real. But bar that, he's young. He's like, oh my god, imagine we had a few more of those type of profiles, United. All of a sudden, it looks a little bit different, isn't it? How dare a Fulham come on my turf and think they can bully me? Are you mad? Are you mad?
It's an easy fix. Instead of getting players that don't need an arm around them, you start getting like Roy Keane's in the team. So like,
easier said than done, though, man.
When I say Roy Keane, I don't mean to be like, he wants to go fight everybody. No, you get people that have got a CV, a decent CV, who will come into a club and get onto other man. Because
but name them, no. I
get what you're saying. Another thing is as well, when you get those players with that kind of mentality, you have a certain pride, like what Kaz was saying. You can't. How dare you come on my home? Like those players with that mentality, automatically it shifts, it transitions into a pride. Like, we're here to win. Do you understand? That's how you can shift it into a winning mentality. It doesn't matter about age. People talk about age. That's not really something that is just.
It's winning. Winning breeds mentality, man. That's it.
So it comes with like, I'm good enough. I want to perform, and then you have a pride. That kind of ego playing, even when Ugarte plays, I'm not saying he's the best player, but you can see he has that when he's playing for Man United. Like if you watch him play, you can see he's like, listen, bro, on this pitch, I'm gonna fight because he has that pride that I'm on this pitch. A lot of these players don't care that they play for Man United, and that's the problem. They're like, I don't care. It's Man United. It is what it is. I get my wage. Garnacho wants to post himself all the time. There's certain players that they're focused on themselves and they don't really care about the club. And
we're relying on Dodds, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want us to do a thing where, like, I don't mind if the wing backs are young. I don't mind if a wide centre back's young. You get it? Like, I don't mind if one of the central midfielders, whether he's an attacking mid, is young or one of them. But the striker, and a DM and a centre back and whatnot, no matter what your core, can never be relied on a young baller. It's always experience. So when we go into this market,
but that's what United are doing now, though, at the minute.
I hope you go get Osimhen. I hope you can go get me maybe a Cunha, maybe an Edison, maybe. That might be a stretch. But if not, look at another profile.
Bro, have United got that cash, bro?
He doesn't like Osimhen for some reason.
The thing is, my whole thing is, if you can...
Is that a colour thing, man? You know what I'm saying?
I've done a little bit of...
Is that a colour thing?
I didn't do stupid people usually go off their head saying we can sell this player for 50 million. Like the players that are realistically going for 90.
You have to be realistic, man.
And then and there's a few options that are maybes. United can recruit quite a lot of money, to be fair, in as well. It's not unknown in it, yeah. So it's not about that, but it's just being smart. Which profiles you're going to get the experience? It has to be the striker. 1,000,000% has to be that. And see one of those DMs. Oh my word, that centre mid, you better get me experience there as well. It's just, it's just a must. I don't know who it's going to be, but United's recruitment, as I said, it's been behind so much that we can't get ahead of nobody.
I just think I don't want people to be excited about the summer. I want people to be realistic because I don't know with where the money's coming from, where that cash injection is coming from, and if also like players' ambition to go to a team that needs to get back up again. You know, you're gonna waste maybe 1 or 2 years trying to get back up again, and you know, competing. You still have to think about that as well. Like, don't get me wrong, Osimhen, he might have PSG calling him first. He might have Arsenal.
We need free centre mid. We need free centre mid.
You know what I mean?
We need free.
It can actually it can be easily kind of solved, you know, because in my head, pause here, it's like Collier and that Kone guy for next season. I wouldn't be surprised.
What Kone are we talking about? Manu Kone or Sekou Kone?
Sekou Kone.
I understand, innit? Manu Kone is cooking right now, but I remember Saeed. I got absolutely posted for
Manu Kone, bro. What's he done at Roma, man? Has he done anything at Roma?
Go watch bro.
He's a baller, bro.
He's been balling,
bro.
Has he been balling?
Bro.
Crazy baller.
Serie A, man. I don't know, man. Serie A hype right now.
Man. Bro. I can't lie. He's been balling. He's been balling out. I've been watching.
Crazy baller.
I'm trying to tell him he's been dead at Roma, man.
No, man. Z don't watch football, man. He just goes with what you say, man. Big up Z, though. My guy, though. Man said he's been dead. You don't watch Roma. Don't watch Roma. Go on.
Yeah, you and Adewale rating, man.
The 17-year-old that we have, I've been watching the under 21s and the under 18s. Me personally, I think him and Collier, if they can both break through next season, or Collier gets inbreaded into the first team, and Kone has like a breakout season, you buy a first team. You buy a first team
inbreaded
to play with regard to that. That's decent. That's decent for me already. Then you go get a proper striker.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that. I like Sekou Kone quite a lot. He looks better than the rest of the people on the pitch, especially Jack Fletcher as well. I think he's crazy, but not everyone can make it, unfortunately, innit?
Of course.
For me, we still need 3 centre mids, 100,000,000%, and that means like I want Angel Gomez. I need this guy, but then I need 2 physical profiles on top of that, though. Huh?
But he not play as a 10, not as the one.
He plays deeper now.
Yeah, either or, because I've seen him play like on the wing. I've seen him play attacking mid. I've seen him play and deeper. The thing is, he's free as well. That's the best part. If you're talking about someone that's hungry, that wants to make that step up, even though Lille are doing really well at the moment, sign a new contract, you go and get him. You bring him back. He's hungry. He knows it. There's your homegrown. It's all done. Then go get me 2 physical specimens. Like whoever it is, it needs to happen. Someone that can cover a lot of ground. Free. That's why I say free midfielders. You get one for free. Profile we don't have. Low center gravity. When Ahmad don't play, look how different we look when he's not playing. We don't have another one of those on the pitch. That's what I'm saying. Another one of those on the pitch, yeah. And then especially if you're playing against low blocks, you want that guy. You want him. You don't need a Garte on the pitch playing against low blocks. You need him. That's what I'm thinking, anyways. And then he's got mad experience. If you want to talk about experience, 24 years of age. And then go give me number 2. I don't know who you lot name me them, but we'll see what this INEOS come up with in the summer. And it's difficult. Yeah. It's got to be perfect. This summer's got to be perfect.
You trust
what
him.
About you trust him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trust him.
How about this? I've got no choice.
Yeah. What do you make of you, man? I don't know if you see today, man. Kobbie Mainoo, man. The latest news about his health, fresh talks. Mainoo's represented won a pay rise of 180 grand a week plus bonuses. United are hopeful of convincing him that a long-term future.
Yeah, let him go if that's the case, then, isn't it?
Sell him. What did I
tell him?
That's how you said.
By the way, we don't know if this is what he actually wants. Maybe he's trying to,
getting paid more than Ahmad is crazy.
Yeah, there's no way this guy's getting more than Ahmad.
That's crazy,
bro. 180. What do you reckon? 180 though? Is that?
No.
I don't.
Don't start this. With Rashford, we know how it ended
Question.
up. We're not doing it again.
Question. Where does Kobbie even fit in this team for you guys? Where does he fit in this team?
Boy, for me, it's a 10. It's a 10 positions.
Bench.
Yeah, left 10 still. Didn't you prove yourself? I think he's again. I've come to a reason. This guy is a luxury player, and I think this is why I think you're going to get onto him. But the thing is, I do reckon he thrives if you give him. Yeah, he's a luxury player, man. He's a luxury player, man.
In this system, maybe, but not as a player though.
He can't be
not as a player.
You know what I look at him as, yeah? You like Pogba a little bit, in some instances and whatnot. Luxury player, like he's not him exactly, nowhere near him. But when someone says, I like that player if he's in a free, but he's the third midfielder going forward, you're a luxury player, my bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
You're not here.
But my thing is, I think the luxury thing at the same time, you're right slightly, but again, it's a bit of recency bias. And the reason why I say that is when you ran me back, Kobbie, before the dreads last season,
before the weight as well.
Before he put on the stocks, bro. My man was covering ground. I'm seeing him goal line clearances against Everton at Goodison.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand? He was a different type of player. He weren't on this luxury thing. He was box to box. He was interception. He was reading play. He was cutting off lines, the passing lanes, receiving the ball, driving with the ball, and then even creating chances. And you even saw he was, popping up with pivotal goals when he's in that final area. So, I mean, saying that he's a luxury player now is completely changing his game. I don't think he's too much of a luxury player. I just think he's obviously regressed due to obviously, putting on that weight. If he doesn't lose that, he carries on playing at this sort of rate, he's not going to be the same Kobbie Mainoo. And that's the truth.
Honestly, it's not to do with the weight. It's what I said at the beginning of, at the end of last season when all this whole conversation was said. I said, get another centre mid because this brother is going to be burnt out by this club. I said...
Yeah, no, I agree. You did say that.
And everyone in the chat was getting onto me saying, he doesn't know ball. He's saying wax, he's waffling. Brother, why are you depending on a kid to be your saviour? He should not be starting. I said he should be integrated just like Phil Foden was at City with the first team, not starting. Same thing as Garnacho, should not be starting. Then they develop this type of attitude where everybody believes that we rely on them, and that's why you get off this fuck off attitude. When it goes
Varane said it as well. Varane said that what you're saying. Varane said what you're saying as well. Like that, how they rely on the young kids.
They integrate,
It's crap. You get, not necessarily, I'm not saying he's needy, but you get talented youth players, and you put them to this platform. And then you give them everything so quick, and it's like, I can do no wrong. Brother, you should still be begging, trying your hardest. Not that you just walk straight in.
I think it matters about the individual, though. Because, again, obviously, I know they're not Prem players, but look at Jude Bellingham and Lamine Yamal. Straight away, all this pressure's been put on them. They know they've got to go and carry their 110%.
That's not true, though.
It's true.
Tell me why. I'll explain it. Because when Jude, obviously, we know about the Birmingham thing. Once he went to Dortmund, that's all the pressure off him. So he got built into handling the pressure, but going to a club where there's not pressure to win. Like United, you know how you're a United fan, so you know how United fans are. Even when we're down, the fan base still have this pressure that we should be winning something. So the pressure we put on the players that are on the pitch is like, I can tell you, Jude is a very good player. But there's so many games at Birmingham, at Dortmund, where he did not play well. But there wasn't that much pressure. It's only till he's now going to Real Madrid. Then, of course, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, there's more pressure on him. But at United, the another thing is there's nobody else to carry him. Like when he's at these other teams, you're going to Madrid. There's other players that can carry you. At United,
You touched on my point. When those players do have bad games, they don't put their heads down. They don't strut. Again, they find that resilience, and it's the mentality, and that's my God's honest opinion.
Let me explain why the Jude Bellingham thing is different, and I'll tell you this on good authority. Jude Bellingham was playing first team football at Birmingham at the age of like 16, 17.
16.
Yeah, let me explain something to you because I've got boys that play in that same league. In the Premier League, it's all glitz and glamour. You get 5, 10, 50, 60 bags a week. Championship, League 1 and League 2, not everyone's on that same wage. This is people's mortgages, their livelihood, and like you can play in the League 2, League 1 for 10 years, and still earn what like a solicitor's earning. So every game matters because you get bonuses. That matters. So it's not like you can go in the change room and lose a game and everyone's all cushy. No, brother, you've just made me miss my bonus. So people are going to be getting onto other people in that change room. It creates a type of ideology and ethos and mentality. That's why he acts the way he does. So when he's made that drop from Birmingham to Bundesliga, he's carried that with him. When you're at United now, you're given 10 bags at 17, 18. You're pulling up in a Rolls Royce truck to training. You lose. You're seeing man do samba.
Yeah, but I get it, Australia. But I get it. On some players,
a head loss.
I get what you're saying, but on some players different. Obviously, I don't want to use Jude because the way he's built up, his family, everything. It's been a good process for him. You know what I'm saying? He's been protected really well by his family. Kylian Mbappe, the same thing. So it's kind of helped with their mentality anyway. So I do get that side of it, but I'm just saying that I think for these players, like the mentality has a big part to play, but we have to consider the players we have as well. When Kobbie came to the first team, I think Kobbie had an injury. He was already injured. He had
he delayed his test.
Yeah, against Arsenal in the preseason, and then he came in. So I agree with Estrella. Like, we should be like looking after these players. Okay, now he's had the injury. It's his first season. Like, take time integrating him to the team. And on top of that, with the pressure at Man United, you could see that with the youngsters, what happens? They all come in and start playing good. They all come in and play good. Yeah, but after a while, we always see a regression. It's a pattern. Most of them come in and we're like, wow, what a player.
Because the rest of them that are meant to be there's no one to rely on. So Højlund, for example, obviously I've said start Cheeto in it for a bit, but obviously I don't mean like he's the savior. I'm just saying give him a chance in it. But also you're saying that Højlund might not be the guy that can take over later on. Do you know what I mean? Towards the end of the season, if Cheeto decides to not perform to a level and standard, similar in midfield. Look at midfield. Who's performing midfield? If Mainoo's up there, who's there? Ericsson. You know what I mean? Casemiro. Obviously the manager don't rate him. You know, it's difficult, man. But Kobbie, for me, I think Kobbie's got the talent, he's got the mentality, and he's got the drive in it. For me, though, he's been injured, he's come back, and he's been a bit sloppy. And ultimately, he's trying to work his way in this system, which doesn't really suit his actual game, you know. But then again, and the 10 role, maybe that's the situation there where
it does. But look who he's had to play with, though, Saeed, man. Who thrives playing with the lower left wing back?
I know.
Højlund. And then behind you, what legs have you got to support you? Bruno.
I know.
Oh my God, he ain't got no room to thrive. He has to be immaculate. So that's the only thing. Is like you can't. It's hard to really judge players all the time when you got to play with such crap. How can we come on with Cheeto and we instantly look better in 3 different games? Do you know how mad that is? Yeah. I mean, the striker was an issue. Man creates chances for himself and we create for him because he's in the right places. And he's 17 or whatever, And Højlund makes 3 big chances, or we give him in 22 games. That's a silver lining problem right there.
I want to put this Rasmus Højlund, I need to clear something out. One of 3 things. When I said championship 1 year, I'm seeing people that going 100K. Brother, go do your research on championship. Not everyone is earning 50, 100K. When you look at the bottom half of the championship, man them are fighting for
5K. No, 5K,
actually,
2Ks.
Australia's telling the truth though, because my cousin played for Birmingham, and on the last day when they had that relegation, there was the captain. They beat Fulham 3-1, and I think the captain. Basically, let's just put it this way: he couldn't lose because of the mortgage, the house, and everything. He couldn't lose. What he's saying is actually it's not even like he's not even capping. This is a captain.
I've seen physical scraps because of this. And secondly, what I want to touch on, is what I want to see when you're saying Bruno, Garnacho and stuff, about Rasmus. This whole thing, he's not good enough. Fair enough, he's not good enough. But what I won't have is the chances thing, because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. There's been instances where Garnacho can put Rasmus through, he don't. He chooses to shoot. There was an instance the last game when Bruno, I think on the edge of the area, he done a fake shot again, and shot from 30 yards. When if he didn't do that, he could have just done one direct pass and put my man in. It's like people do this thing where it's like they just want to focus on the whole 90 minutes of him being dead and just running around like a headless chicken. Cool, no worries at all. But even Cheeto, when he came on, there was an opportunity when Garnacho could have put him through, didn't. And it's like when you're playing week in, week out, yeah, we all know playing for Strikers United is a ghost mission. Eventually, if you're not scoring, it's going to be a confidence thing. And the more people are getting onto you, you're still doing the same runs and no one's looking for you. It's disheartening. What are you supposed to do?
Okay, so what about the pass to him by Euro? You know the pass he played. What about that?
Wait.
Yeah, go on.
What I'm saying now will go over everyone's head and they will bring up 1 point or 1 point of this. My thing is, you can't use that one instance to be like crucifying because he should have finished it. If we go look at Jackson, we go look at Darwin Núñez, how many opportunities are they afforded again?
They created themselves. Yeah, but they created themselves.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's Darwin Núñez makes his own instances. Jackson, I've seen Jackson run.
Darwin Núñez, yeah.
The thing is,
one thing of being go on.
No, I'm just saying, one thing is, you sound like you need to go first. Go on.
Cool. Just one thing about being a number 9, yeah. One thing about being a striker is just knowing your role, and it's the basics again for Rasmus Højlund, bro. It's the fact that he don't even make the right runs in behind. It's so many straight runs and it's so many delayed runs. And when I say delayed, when I say delayed runs, when your creative midfielders do have the ball and they pick up their heads, he waits for these players to pick up their heads in order for them to make the run. He don't force that pass by making that sort of movement. Does that make sense? He don't apply himself on the pitch. So he creates these situations for himself. Like his all-round game is just, honestly, I don't want to be highly critical, but it's terrible, bro. It's genuinely terrible.
Say what it is. It's bottom garbage, bro. He's the worst striker in the league, and people need to understand as well. Yeah, I don't think you said anything wrong, Australia. You know, you're right. People do need the help. By the same instance as well, I saw a 17-year-old Cheeto come on. Instantly, he makes some selfless runs, but guess what he does? He's pushed back the line a little bit, and this is just the Everton game alone. Yeah. There's a lot more space for Xerxes to do what he needs to do. All of a sudden, we've got space to do what we need to do. Sometimes it's just intelligence. How about this? Calvin Bassey, yeah? Højlund had him up, I think maybe once, went down the line. Guess what he did? He stopped and passed it backwards, yeah? Cheeto had him up twice. And this guy likes to roll him. This guy didn't even wrestle. He rolled him like Lukaku. And he didn't get the shot off him. He didn't score twice. No, but it's intent. No, but this guy wants to play WrestleMania, yeah? But he's not a good wrestler, bro. It's like watching Santiago, bro, from back in the day. You're a crap wrestler. So you can't even do that. Sometimes I look at it, yeah, I'm thinking, why are you making that run? That ball's never going to you. You can't make that. You go down the line,
you can't make that.
You're making it either too early, too late. You're in the box, yeah? But you're not really intelligent to know where that player is realistically going to put the ball. Cheeto nearly got 2 goals, but he should have got a goal, in my opinion. I know he's 17. He should have got a goal. He didn't finish it, but this is his 3rd official game in men's football. I'm not going to give him that criticism because guess what? I see more football against Fulham in 20, 30 minutes or against also Everton for 15 minutes, which had them on strings just because of one small player. But then we didn't create for him. We don't do enough for him. But guess what? A good player does. They create for themselves. So now I'm wondering, the whole. You've seen it on social media. You saw who was it? Wayne Rooney. How can you Wayne Rooney Paul Scholes? I don't know if it was Paul Scholes. Someone else said we don't create enough. No, even before him, we don't create enough for him. But it doesn't help himself.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't.
At any time, we're making excuses for an arse and cheeks, bottom barrel, worst striker in the league. On the planet striker, he's crap.
Okay, cool. Wait, I'm not gonna say that about a 20. I'm not gonna say that about a 20-year-old. Cause you're entitled.
He's 22. He's 22.
Come on, man.
He's 22.
Come on.
I'm still not
72 million, bro.
Do you know what I'm gonna say, bro? Is he the one that dictated that price? Stop that. Let's not do revisionism. All I'm gonna say is
imagine when I used to. If I used to send people out with a bag, yeah, and he
don't revisionism. He's here.
Kaz, you said something very interesting. You said Cheeto looked better when he came on. How about this? How about Cheeto? You start him, yeah, and then you bring another striker on for the last 10, 15 minutes when the other defenders are tired. Let's not do it because I hate when
we needed to win. But we needed to win
because it's a thing where it's like you're more. Of course, you're going to look better if the other team is tired and they're dropping back even more deep.
I don't think it's only that. It's also because I get what you're saying.
Not just that, but it plays a part. Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it plays a part definitely. But I think the most refreshing, because this is another thing, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not even against like Højlund because I was actually backing this guy, bro. I was backing this guy. So it's like, you know, when something comes before your eyes so much, you don't know what else to say, basically. How is it that Xerxes and Højlund and Cheeto have a better link up than Højlund and Xerxes, who have played so many games this season, like I'm seeing them like he'll lay it off and this other guy's making a run. And I'm thinking that's what I'm like, those are basic things. And even forget United, because I tried to look Højlund outside United. I saw him a bit at Atalanta, not that much. But then I watched him at the Euros. And I was saying to my dad, I was like,
Euros, people forget about that, you know.
I watched him at the Euros and I was like, this guy was playing like a championship. I kid you not. I was watching him. I was thinking, what are you doing? Like, because I tried to take out United, because United is one thing we know, like, that's problem. But Denmark, bro, I was thinking, bro, like, the runs he was making, his touches, I was so confused. I was like, is it the same player? Is he tired? Is he what's happening? And also, he doesn't look as fast as what he used to be. I'm confused.
Well, I like to say, we were 2-0 down against Everton, and regardless of the instances, but you look at his positioning, we create situations because of his positioning alone, So there's 20 minutes. They weren't tired, they're all over us, and he comes on, there we go. Recently, Fulham, he comes on, Fulham are dominating us. He comes on the pitch, oh my God, guess what? Guess what he's not doing? He's not losing the ball. The thing is, I always look at it as your first line of defense. If your first line of defense keeps getting turnovers, no wonder why your defense and your midfield's going to keep getting overrun. Eventually, your midfield's going to get tired. Do you get it? Or I'll go back to even one game, Ipswich. He didn't come on Cheeto, but guess who come off? Højlund for Casemiro and whatnot. And we made some changes. And instantaneously, in the second half, we're like, wait, hold on. We got 10 men, but we're creating bare chances all of a sudden. A few changes in there, a few tweaks there. He loses the ball too many times in the match. We keep getting turnovers.
I think you guys had bigger expectations because of how much you bought, how much he got caught for. One of two things, because I need to address this Ebro guy in the chat. Do you need to? No, I need to, because he keeps spamming this about Garnacho. Just because I'm criticizing Garnacho now doesn't necessarily mean I never wanted to sell him. I said I don't mind selling him. Give me a fair price. I have no emotional attachment to any of these players. Just because you don't like a player doesn't mean you let them go for peanuts. That's the first thing. Secondly, Rasmus Højlund, we got an inexperienced.
Look at this, by the way. Look at these stats, man, guys. This is crazy.
Striker from a foreign league.
Saeed, you're mean, man. You're
United. What was you expecting?
No, but the thing is, though, look at the games without even a single shot, bro. 8 games.
Yeah, that's on him. You can make your own shot. Take it around, make your own shot. But I don't want to hear. But we spent 90 million on Anthony, and he had the same stats as
80 million. Now he's gone over to La Liga, and he's looking at the bees knees, and people.
Yeah, but again, but I hear what you're saying.
Does this all the time.
He might be a solid player in another league, but right now I'm criticizing him fairly in this league. He's the worst striker in the league. People's backup strikers are better. I'd rather play Bruno Fernandes up front. I'd rather do a lot more different things. I would do some nasty things of stuff for the Lord to get him out of this club. Like he's that rubbish.
Guys, do you think he's just bad and it's finished, or do you think his confidence is just on the ground? Like
both. Both. Fair, to be fair, both. I think the whole squad's confidence is down and whatnot. And I do think he's just crap in general. Like his whole fundamentals are poor. Can't hold up the ball, can't pass.
Exactly.
He doesn't. Yeah. He takes a split. He takes like 2 seconds to realize, I need to make a run, or is split 2 seconds too soon that he's running. It's just he's not it. The thing is, we don't.
He's not a Premier League. He's not a Premier League level.
Yeah,
player.
like I don't.
The fact that he does everything 2 seconds slower than obviously the speed of the game just proves that he's not ready for.
But he's been in for 18 months. He's 22, going on 23 years of age. I think he's enough judgment's gone by now. I've seen a 17-year-old coming that's never played men's football show him up in a few games already. Not even at 2 games, even. It says a lot. The myth that we need better midfielders, of course we do, and that we don't create enough for the striker. That's true, but good players also create for themselves. Bruno Fernandes is not a striker. He's not technically a striker, but he creates for himself. He shouldn't be leading the line. He's not good enough backup to lead the line. And we look ultimately worse with him in the lineup. And that's on Cameron, by the way.
By the way, just to add in, not to cut you off, but they both play for the same country.
Huh?
Who?
Cheeto and Højlund.
What?
They both play for the same country.
Cheeto and Højlund. I know.
Wait, Cheeto got Danish nationality?
Danish.
I thought he was Nigerian.
Yeah, he is. But he played for England when he was younger. But we got
Cheeto and Dorgu. They're all doing we're doing a Danish thing, yeah.
Yeah, Danish thing, yeah. Well, this is Garnacho's last 25 shots, yeah.
Oh God.
Garnacho, by the
way. Are you allowed? Are you allowed to do this?
Yeah, because he's got no
weak
goal. Yeah.
Hey, this guy is.
Bro, this guy, he has no shot power, bro. I'm telling you. If he plays football, you will have to make him shoot in the box, bro. You see, if you're playing 5-a-side, he has to shoot in the box, bro. He has no shot power, bro.
Hey, look, they didn't use Dorgu. Crazy, they didn't use Dorgu.
That was all right. I give him that one.
Look,
this is the worst I've seen ever, bro. That's
crazy.
Hey,
look,
but you
don't
know,
put it across. Nope, didn't put it across the box. Crap.
Saeed,
that
you
was
know
all
what's
right,
crazy
all right.
about all these chances,
Horrendous.
though, is that if United score half these goals, we're not where we are in the league, you know. You know how mad it is? This is mad.
Oh
crazy.
my god.
Saeed, you can
Oh my god, he didn't even reverse it.
Not doing this, you can pull up.
Oh my god.
Dalot, the bloody right back.
Oh my god.
Now I forget Dalot here, the striker.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
The worst.
And Saeed, you're trolling. You're trolling.
Oh.
Saeed, you're trolling. You're trolling.
Who's trolling?
No, Saeed's trolling. Because we could do this for plenty of players.
Dalot does this.
I'm saying the players that we've got right now.
This is horrible, bro.
Garnacho's meaty, but we could do this for plenty of players, man.
No, but this is not forwards, though, isn't it? I'm just letting you know our forwards. This is what this is what we got right now.
That is mad.
Why do you keep talking about Dalot? Dalot's not forward, bro.
No.
I hate this guy.
Forward. Let to my point is, if we want to do banter, I can agree with Kaz. I can agree with you and say, you know what, Rasmus Højlund, he's the worst striker in the Premier League. Cool, fair enough. My point is this:
it's not banter. It's the truth.
When he came to this club, we done him a disservice. We were supposed to get season striker to help him out. We threw him in the deep end. Fair enough, you can't swim. That's fine. Garnacho is a youth product. Should not be starting every single game for United. What happened?
But he is. That's what I'm saying. He is.
Mainoo should not be starting every single game. We relied on him, and now he's regressed. Now you tell me what you player that we bought that has come into this team and progressed. They've all regressed. Because why? You want to do foolishness and rely on little kids. Stop it.
Has Garnacho regressed? Is Garnacho regressed?
No, this is him.
This is him. This is him, bro.
No, he's regressed, bro. You can't say he hasn't regressed.
Regressed. Okay, so what's different in his game? What's different? He was beating one or two men extra before.
First of all, Garnacho used to cross the ball. Garnacho doesn't cross the ball anymore.
He used to cross the ball with what sort of quality? With what sort of quality? I already told you, head down and putting the ball into the...
That's not determined by quality, no. If you cross the ball, that's not determined by your quality. The finish is determined by the quality or the quality of the cross. I'm saying he used to actually attempt it. He doesn't even attempt it anymore.
No, more than that. Do you remember he used to do this thing, and he stopped doing this because he likes goals too much, because his ego's gone through the roof.
Yeah, exactly.
He used to do this thing, where he would cut in and cut again. He used to be so sick at that. Sick at that. And we're like, wait, where did that go? He stopped doing it. Now he's a one-trick pony. The thing is, he is a GA man, so I am going to judge him now on your GA because you offer nothing else but GA. You might beat a man a couple times, but guess what?
But what
more than
also the GA, where does he get the GA? Is Carabao Cups and that, and you know.
This is what I'm saying. I'm going to register him
Europa League
right now. The last 25 shots, I think we can register him on that as well. And there's more beyond that because guess what? There's been 18 games worth of that. Of him not finishing, it's criminal. The thing is, this is him, man. In a nutshell, he goes to Serie A, he looks good. Here, he's going to be a solid player elsewhere, man.
But then players like Garnacho is like a Bruno, they're volume players. So they'll have 20 shots and then you record, he's had 20 shots in this amount of games. Or he actually gone past this. But it's a volume player, bro. Because out of 100 shots,
look at Ahmad.
5 goals or something. That's not
Ahmad. He comes in, a talented young player, written off, didn't even get chances like Garnacho. Looks like the best player in the team already. That's what you call talent. He's been meaty sometimes, don't get me wrong, but they all have. But he shows everyone up, and that's called talent.
Wait, Kaz. Firstly, people need to stop doing the thing. We spent 30 million on this kid because he was touted as the Black Messi. Secondly,
but he didn't get chances.
He didn't get chances, but I've always said when I've seen him. Saeed knows I stood outside last season against West Ham, and I said who's it? Flex's TV YouTube show. I said 4 minutes. In the comments, the Three Stooges, he's talking, he's waffle. Brother, and now they're all forcing it. Bro, there's certain players you can tell who is ready for it, yeah? Someone like Garnacho, Mainoo, they need to be breaded in.
You still want 75 million for him?
I said I told you I'll take
40 million
for him. I don't care.
I'll take 40 million.
No. I'm asking you now, in the summer, how much are you taking for Garnacho if they say we're gonna sell him?
65 million.
40 million. Problem, man. We can get 40 million for him.
No.
Brother, you're not
Why?
getting
Who's
65
buying
million.
Garnacho for 65 million?
That's what I'm saying,
Who's
bro.
buying Garnacho for 65 million?
Wait,
Wait,
PSG.
can I ask a question? Can I ask a question though? Can I ask a question?
Go on. Man said 65 million.
Do we need to sell it?
65 million.
Yes, we do. Because
Why
we need
would
money.
you sell it?
Because we need different profiles that can play in a 10, not act like a winger. And second of all, we need IQ in a team. And guess what? He's pure profit, so it helps us a lot.
Wait,
Yeah.
Are there other players that we can let go to get money in the club? Yes or no?
Yeah, but
yeah,
he needs to be on top of that.
Wait. Because my
Yeah.
question is, because remember when we started this conversation, this whole thing, you was like, oh, how it works from the bottom upwards, yeah? Cool. Why would you sell your biggest asset straight away when you can accumulate different money?
Because we're broke.
What's this? My
We're
logical
broke.
Garnacho, wait, my logical thinking, Garnacho is 20 years old. Even if
So-
you don't rate him, that's fine. There's Rashford,
Oh, my
there's
God.
Anthony, there's Casemiro, there's players that you can get rid of.
They need to go as
beforehand.
well.
Yeah, but
they need to
the
go as well.
longer you keep Garnacho, his market value goes down, bro.
I agree with you. Garnacho might need to go. That is fine. But I'm tired of getting Ginos, getting ripped off.
But we didn't get ripped off last summer. We done all right.
No. But we don't get the value for what our players should be. Like
Yeah,
even
I hear it.
Jadon Sancho, I still think 25 mil is a rip-off for what we paid.
It is a rip-off.
Yeah. But
Facts.
my thing is this: why do I have to let him go just because you might not rate him now? You might
Because let me ask you now, yeah. Do you rate our attack?
No.
So what should we do then?
Invest. Get rid of it. Get rid of some of them. Get rid of some of it.
Exactly. So the ones that have been playing the most are Garnacho, Højlund, and whoever else. And guess what? Other one's injured anyways. The only good player in our attack, realistically, that's got or two players is Ahmad and Xerxes, who's got footballing brains. Get rid of them. Get rid.
Well,
Huh?
You'd keep the confused player as well.
Yeah, I would, because he's not. I'm looking. He's much better and applies himself much better into a footballing situation than what Garnacho does.
He could be used as an asset compared to
Our biggest asset needs to get gone. He's fucking crap, and I'm not sorry for swearing. I shouldn't swear during Ramadan, but he's absolutely insanely crap, and he's just got nothing going on for him. If you can get 40 million from him in pure profit, if that means I can get maybe Acuna to maybe say, you know what, we can use that money in there. We've got pure profit. We can actually use it for other areas because it's all cash or whatever. Go do it. If you're telling me you can get rid of Garnacho for 40 to 45 and it brings you an Acuna for 60, because you can obviously work it a little differently, are you taking it? Yes or no?
That's the way exactly.
That's a good point, you made there.
The way you
what are you saying?
The way you paint out to me, yes, but under this regime, I can't promise that. That's why I'm not so eager to let the youth that can potentially be turned into something else later on down the line. Yeah?
But they're not, though. They're not going to turn on something else, though, man.
Garnacho isn't. Old. What are we doing here? Stop it.
Brother, we've seen enough, bro. He ain't going to be that guy.
Let me ask you, Show.
How much does this guy need to see?
Why are you being the hill? No, one second. Why are you being the hill?
It's Stella. Why
is he doing
Stella. You brought up a point. You brought up a point earlier about cage football, bro, and mentality, bro, and guys who can cope. Yeah. Garnacho cannot cope, bro. We've seen enough. We've seen it all. What? This is football, bro. Where is he going to improve dramatically to a point where he's going to be an asset for us, bro?
Wait. You said you can't cope.
Yeah, go on.
Out of all the attackers that we've all said that is dead, is he not the only player that looks like he's going to do something when he gets the ball in the final third?
No, bro, he's enthusiastic. He's enthusiastic. That's it. He's enthusiastic.
Can I add on?
That's it, bro.
Estrella, can I add on to what my man just said? Did you not say about when strikers come on at the end of a game, everyone looks leggy and all that stuff, so they must look better? So every time Garnacho comes,
perfect rebuttal, Kaz. Perfect rebuttal. But do you know what it is? You're not going to move the goalpost and fit one argument fit one way. If you want the Cheeto thing, I'll fit it for Garnacho as well. Do you know what my thing is? I don't have emotional attachment to any player. I'm thinking of a business logic.
I mean, you clearly do with Garnacho, though.
Because all these people in the chat saying Garnacho, trying to say something here are the same players, same fans that were saying Anthony's the worst player in the Premier League history. Get rid of him. Now he looks like he's doing something over there and he's retained value. Yeah? He's retained value. You lot would have sold him for £15 million in Jan, but instead we loaned him out. And what did I say?
I didn't say that. Hold on a minute. I didn't say 15 million.
No,
in January.
I didn't say you. I said,
okay.
And what did I say to you before us even loaning him? When all of you were saying sell him, I said, he's only 22. Why do you have to sell him? Go loan him out and get some
because he's rubbish and he's devaluing as we speak. You talk about business mind, yeah. So I'm gonna pinpoint. I don't even remember your name, but I like the way you talk. I'm not gonna lie. This guy's like for me. This guy's like Specs. This guy's the anti-Danny. I'm telling you that now. I'm calling you the anti-devil in the details. Yeah, I'm telling you that now. Yeah. I see the talent. Saeed's talent ID is crazy. But what's it called? Yeah. Talk about business, and he said about devaluing the asset and all that kind of stuff. Right now, is he improving his value? Like this is also yes or no. In your opinion, is he improving his value even at his age?
No, but it's not going down though.
Is he worth in your mind? Who would you rather pay 60 million for? As you said, you'd rather sell Garnacho for a certain price, Cunha or him for 60 million. If you could choose literally on a blank check, you're like, cool, I'd rather sign Cunha or Garnacho. Who are you choosing?
What right now?
Yeah, cool. So whatever. Like, who are you gonna choose for 60 million?
Obviously Cunha, but if Wolves
Cunha's not that much older than him, you know.
Wait, if Wolves go down, I'm not paying 60 for him though.
Yeah, that would be different, but he's got a release clause, and I don't think they're going to go down. There's big ifs though. It could still happen. Yeah. So really and truly, the asset is not valued as much as that asset, because in a business mind, did we not also say at the start of this show when you come to INEOS and what's it called? INEOS and Qatar are not going to put in a certain bid for a certain thing that they don't value as that certain price. So why? It's the same thing for Garnacho then, because he's not worth as much as that asset. So why am I going to pay that for this one? He's getting devalued as we speak. Let me
tell you why. It's the same argument I made for Anthony, yeah? Because these guys are under the age of 25, people probably say that you should hit your development stage 25, then hit your peak at 27 or whatever. My thing is, if you're below the age of 25 and you're still developing, and one, you've got the Pushkas Award or scoring a basketball kick, you've got some kind of memorable things at like contribute towards you as a career, yeah? My thing is, if we were to loan him for one or just one more season out of his whole career, do you think it's going to do any much damage to his value right now? Yes or no?
Say that again, sorry?
If you were to make an investment right now, yeah. Let's say you want to buy a property, you got it off auction, yeah. You wanted to make a quick flip. If you kept on that house, if you kept it for just one more year, do you think that the value is either going to go up or down dramatically?
All right, brother, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to see you rated it. I'm so sorry, man.
But you know what? Let me ask you a question though.
I didn't actually.
Let me ask you a question though. Like for me, Garnacho, right? In the next 2 years, where do you think he can go? Forget the ceiling. Next 2 years, Estrella.
Me personally, I'm not that so raven. I can't see into the future. I don't know. But what I do know, he's only 20 years old.
No, so I'm asking you.
Bro, you keep mentioning the age thing, bro.
I know you keep
age don't matter, bro.
Listen, I'm saying next 2 years, what do you think Garnacho is capable of?
I don't know why age matters that much.
No, that's what I'm asking. In 2 years. In 2 years' time, what do you think he's capable of doing?
If I say what I want to say now, all of you are going to take it the wrong way and go like, "Oh my god!"
I'm asking you. It's a fair question.
Say what you're going to say.
If we had the same fans we had now back in 2007, 06 when Ronaldo first came, yeah, there would be no patience. I'm not saying he's going to reach the echelons level of Ronaldo. I'm just saying there's not even potentially going to get close to him. I'm just saying you don't know what man can turn into. Man can turn into a Lazaro, what's his name? A Carrasco that was at Atletico. A half decent winger. You don't know.
Yeah, but can I use your logic? Can I use your logic? This is what I mean about earlier, yeah, because you talked about goalkeepers and you gave me white English goalkeepers compared to another one that failed, innit? But now now you're thinking of something positive now, what he can turn into. You've done the opposite about the goalkeepers, but what about what he can also turn into? He could turn into Bebe. He could turn into someone crap as well at the same time. The thing is, in 2 years' time.
Put some respect on Carrasco's name, though. He was
I was just about to say that again. Like Carrasco again. Someone who could do the basics.
The issue is one more thing, Estrella. We have to also figure this. Let me one more point, by the way. Now, we know you rate good players. I know you rate good players. I'm actually liking this because you're making this an actual debate, innit? My whole thing is in 2 years' time, just to answer that, he could be worth 70 million maybe, but right now it's looking like he's going to be worth about 30 million in 2 years' time. Sorry, but my thing is with him, he could have moved to Napoli, but guess what? It was they wanted to put up the money for him, but guess what they said? He wanted too much wages. So this guy's ego is through his own arse. And you talked about players that want to be the Roy Keanes and that. So that's exactly the sort of player that you don't really want at this club.
I don't think he wanted to leave. I do not.
I think he. So why was his agent at Chelsea?
I think, and I'll tell you this right now. Yeah? No. You've got me there. And the only way I position this is like this. He didn't want to leave United. So what's the next best thing to do? It's the same thing as this. If everyone knew that the club want to obviously sell the youth to get the money in, yeah, right. Or more likely, it's more palatable if he goes abroad. We don't see him. No face, no case. We don't care. You're over there. But if you come into the league against a competitor, or he goes somewhere else that they may potentially start doing well, it's gonna piss us off. So what's the best thing to do for your client? It's the same thing when Rio.
I don't rate him though.
When Rio was negotiating his contract, I'm old enough to remember when he was old enough to negotiate his contract. His agent told him to come to a bloody restaurant where the Chelsea director was. And this was in between when they didn't want to give Rio the money. They were going back and forth, whatever pause. And then it came out in the local newspaper. Rio was at a restaurant with the Chelsea director, whatever. What happened later on? Sir Alex is calling my man's phone, going, "What the hell are you doing?" Blah, blah, blah.
Rio was a top talent.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the difference. Yeah.
No.
He's arguably the best centre back the Prem's ever seen.
I'm not. Wait, Cash. I'm not comparing. I don't want to shout as well. I'm not comparing.
You're saying negotiation tactics. I hear it.
It's just the tactics. Football is, like I said, it's a game.
But he's crap. He ain't got those tactics.
It's all about positioning. One player is like Pogba trying to get interest or standing next to the Ahmad, or you never know what's gonna happen. Brother, we know we're gonna take you back.
Yeah, but Australia, you're doing up all this argument for a guy that's just not that guy though. I don't understand.
Yeah, no.
Just sticking to your point. Just sticking to your point. Obviously, your whole overall point, what I'm getting from this is he's 20 years old, you keep him. He can develop in the squad later on down the line. And obviously you can sell him later on down the line. But again, realistically, how does he even develop in this squad when he doesn't even fit in this system? This guy is a touchline winger, gets his fucking heels, sorry for swearing, his heels, you get wiped from the chalk. Do you get it? He's a touch-line winger. The only way he develops in this system is by playing left wing back. But again, he's going to have to learn the defensive side of the game, which is just not going to happen. So realistically, Garnacho is not going to develop. And then his market value is only going to go down. Does that make sense? He's probably not even going to start next season. He's not going to play.
One of three things can happen. I'm wrong and all of you are right. 2, we improve the squad, yeah? And as we've seen from Rashford, Anthony, they go to other places where there's a good environment that breeds for you to improve. It makes it easier. Yeah. That's the second thing that happened. Third thing is we can loan him out, and he does a madness. And I can recall who's the player that we loaned that was Mr. Pre-season, Andres Pereira. We loaned him out to La Liga, and he got into the La Liga team of the year. That season, we should have cashed in on him, but we didn't. We wanted to do what? The Bruno thing, sentimentality. Or he might be sick because of
That's what you're doing now.
One of the main things.
Now he's at the team that smacked us and kicked us out the FA Cup. But furthermore, what I'm saying
but context behind that, we kept Pereira because we had no one in that midfield. Hence why we done everything to get Bruno that January to instantly replace him in that 10.
Okay.
That's the reason why we kept him.
Another thing is, I think I agree with Kaz on which is with Garnacho as well, is that one of the main reasons why he also hasn't improved is his ego. He thinks he's better than he actually is. And
real talk.
That is more a detriment to keeping a player like that anyway, because the player won't improve because the level he thinks he's at, he's actually not there. And in this kind of squad and in this kind of team, I don't think, like you said, we know the environment right now is not a good one for any young player. But then I think that would be more detrimental to that kind of player. So there wouldn't be a purpose, especially at Man United, the direction that we all want Man United to go in, to keep a player like that. I'm not saying that he's not going to improve. You can't always necessarily see someone ceiling, but we've also seen good players, and we can't just cover that up with GA and then just say, okay, you know what, it's gonna. But we're just putting up with.
I don't use GA, and unfortunately, you're not in our group chat, Saeed. After that game, yeah. What did I say about my man when he walked down the tunnel?
Who?
Garnacho. Because
Garnacho.
Defending this guy like I want to keep him. Like I said, I had no emotional attachment. When he walked down that tunnel, if you heard the voice note I put in that group chat, like I was screaming. I said, brother, if he's
why am I not in this group chat? Saeed had a gatekeep.
Yeah, you know, we'll get you.
That's crazy.
Tuesday one, he's not gatekeeper. I said, down the tunnel, yeah. Thinking Ronaldo, I said, get rid of this. I said, get rid of him now. I said, unless there's an explanation, get rid of him now. My thing is this: I have no problem you guys saying he's not going to be this, he's not going to be that. My thing is, I just want my money. That's all I want, and I want a fair price.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. The whole argument is fair price. Yeah.
What you value me at because of whatever, I don't care. I can use other examples of other players I don't even think are on the same level of accomplish what he's done, and they've gone for more.
But you know what it is, Michelle? Yeah, your fair price.
Fair enough.
Oh, sorry. I believe, in my own opinion, that what you think is a fair price isn't a fair price for him in this market right now. And my fair price is also mixed in what we also need going forward, isn't it? In terms of if we want to rebuild a squad, we were going to get 50 million for him in January. So that means I think we can also get 45, 50 million for him again in the summer. Maybe have a few more tutors. And I believe that might be the case. You might even be able to get a little bit extra, maybe, but 65 million is going beyond it. I think United's target of winning 60 million from him is outrageous. But now there's an extra 6 months off that contract. They can value him a little bit differently. We need to recoup at least, I don't know, a good 200 million, I'd say, this summer. It's gonna have to be in wages, getting rid of Casemiro's, getting rid of Rashford's, Anthony's, recouping all that money. Even people's contracts are leaving on a free anyways, Lindelof, all of that, with his 5 million, or Sancho's wages are gonna be officially gone. 25 million that comes in plus his wages. All of this has to come in to rebuild that whole attack. Where if he goes on 2 marquee signings, a couple free man, if the case, like Jonathan David, which I don't think we're going to get anyways, or someone like that. I don't know. But Garnacho, my whole thing is, there's no point keeping a player that can't play 10. We always play lopsided when he is on the pitch. He's better obviously when he's as an impact player, which tells you everything you need to know about that sort of player, because he believes as a starter. It's just, he ain't going to work out. He's not going to be that guy who can play in between spaces. He doesn't use the overlaps. He always looks for goal. He's just not that guy. It's all this energy for a dude that is just, in my opinion, not worth it. I think his family's toxic as well. They know, you know who he is as well. Since his stuff went down, all the leaks stopped about lineups. It's all too coincidental, man. This guy thinks he's the king of Manchester or something, but that's my assumption. That's my assumption.
I'm gonna get these super chats in, guys. We'd still not hit 500 likes, man. Let's get these likes up, people. We've got 1.4k in the building, man. Big up to everyone who's late. He's in here. Late show, man. It's a madness. Y'all haters, I saw Edison make similar saves. Come on, people. 1.2k and we need 750 likes. I'm a gooner, but only out here in Australia and Southeast Asia. United are the biggest club, no question. Would you take Verbruggen from Brighton? He's the keeper.
No, don't rate him. Don't rate him.
Yeah, I think he's decent.
Flappy hands. He's a Nana, but the white version. Yeah. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah. Craig says, from a centre midfielder, we need to have a look at AFCON, looking for a physically strong ball carrier, maybe a reasonable price too. Big up Emmy Burhan says, I hope Kobbie is participating in Ramadan so he can lose weight. Kobbie must return. Your club signing Viva Garnacho, Levante, TikTok. And Judanome says, let me ask you this. If you keep Garnacho, how do you build around him? It's easier to sell and get the profile you need, to be honest. And that is facts right there. Go and sell him and get the profile you need. Go and sell him and then you can go and get Cunha. Go and get Cunha.
That's not even Ronaldo.
Even missed who?
Not the comment about you building a squad. This is what I'm talking about. Stop building a squad around individuals.
No, but the thing is though, the reality is though, Garnacho will be part of that kind of that build.
If Amarin builds towards to cater to a striker, it's the spearhead. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that striker is so important. And that's why you got a supplier for him. But as much as he's got to supply himself, like Gyökeres didn't just wait for all the service. Look at the runs he used to make and just to go score for it. I don't want that. I actually think I prefer Osimhen in this league rather than Gyökeres. I think just because of the physical aspect of it, and I like a target, man. The brothers that are good in the air, you can't knock them, man. Hey, if I could say, if you say, I'm going to get you an Osimhen and end the series as your backer, I'm taking that all day long. Are you mad?
When was the last time we had a striker that was an aerial threat?
Ibrahimovic. Ronaldo, maybe.
Barney.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah.
Maybe.
Barney,
maybe.
Yeah.
What are you man saying for the Real Sociedad? You man confident? You man think if we got this?
They're not that good. They're not that good this year, you know.
They're not that great as well, man. You know,
like the boss on midfield,
they're gonna make us look average, though. What?
You see us against Spanish teams in Europe. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Actually, but we beat them last time.
All right, let me ask you a question, man.
We beat them.
Do you think we beat PSV? Do you think we beat PSV?
Penalty as well. Yeah, I think we beat PSV. I'm not gonna lie. I think we still.
You
beat
think
PSV.
we beat PSV tonight?
Yeah, I still think we do,
looking
man.
PSV.
You know what it is? They leave a lot. They're left wide open.
I don't know, man. I don't know if we beat them.
I think we missed all our chances.
No, I just don't think we beat them. I don't think we beat them.
Right.
Arsenal have got good fundamentals. They press well. They keep the ball well. They've got a shape. They've got an identity. They just don't have a striker. But we don't have all them building blocks that Arsenal have. Let's be honest.
I'm kind of talking about Arsenal, you know, because it's like, bro, these men are serial bottlers, bro. So you have.
If they're serial bottlers, what are we then?
No. Do you know what it is? No, I'm concentrating on my own team. This is why I don't talk about other teams because I know where we are. I'm saying though. Do
you think we beat PSV? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to compare it to Real Sociedad.
Nah, we don't.
We beat anybody on our day, and that's what I don't like.
See that again?
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. You can't tell me.
Bro, this is like 2 years ago, though, man. We've even run out of that. We've even run out of that, bro. Bro, we've even run out of that. Man, you sound like Ten Hag, bro. You sound like Ten Hag, broski.
Bro,
that's exactly what you used to say in every presser.
We beat Man City in the FA Cup final.
No, but that wasn't a case of we can beat. You know when you use that word.
That's on your day, though. That's what he's talking about.
No, guys. That comment there, yeah. No. Let me. That comment there, yeah, is a comment that when you've got that in you, like you've done it in the past. United are not that team when on our day we can beat you. They're not that team. Maybe say, for example, we can somehow set up a game where we could do this and that day. I don't think on our day with that kind of team, bro, because I've seen it consecutively. Yeah, but it's not. The thing is, though, they're few and far between, bro. They're few and far between.
Do you know what it is? My thing is personally with this squad, like I said, I just want to round up because I feel like I've done a lot of talking more than normal. Yeah, because you guys have just been throwing questions at me. I don't want to say because I actually agree with Kaz and I agree with Specs as well. Because I know that's the name, sorry, but I forgot.
Text, bro. Text.
Yeah. Text. Let me put the. It's actually my fault, Let me put the names on that.
Text. Text. I'm thinking of text, like teletext or something like
that. You never put our names up, man. This guy, bro.
Yeah, my bad. You know what it is? Because I'm normally doing it live, innit? So that's why I don't even put the names up, man.
A lot of the stuff that Tex and Kaz have said, I actually agree with a lot of it. Yeah, my thing is just that I'm also thinking long term. It's like if there's no clear direction in this club, this is why I'm thinking about finances and this and that. If it was just about balling thing, I would have said, yeah, get rid of Garnacho. But it's a thing where like you chased an employee for how long? Yeah, you paid millions for him to come in, and then you got rid of him after that less than 6 months. Who's to say that we now then change this whole team into a 5-4-3 or whatever it is, yeah? Get rid of the manager, then revert back to a 4-3-3, and then you've got this player that would have done decent in the new thing. It's like, as long as it's a clear direction, I'm happy to go ahead with it.
But I'm like it. I don't mind our direction because it exposes these men. We know what we need. We know who's crap. We know who can't play. It's for everyone to see, not just for our eyes to see. I think we might see the game a little bit differently. But let's call them by what they are, top reds, who like passion merchants and all that kind of stuff. They can, even when I go to Old Trafford or even recently, they can't stand Garnacho. They can't, and even if they sing the name sometimes, that's because of a gas moment. They hate Højlund. I tell you that for free.
Yeah.
They hate him.
Yeah.
It's crap.
They can't stand him. They can't stand him, bro.
We need all the time as well, like.
We need footballers, man. I keep saying we need footballers, man. Good fundamentals. You can start from there. Good fundamentals will go so far in any aspect of life.
Yep.
But again, it's just with the fans, with the pundits who control the narrative of what really happened at United, with their opinions. Would they allow these technical players to kind of come in, kind of have that time?
These pundits
it's going to be a detriment to us, though, isn't it?
Suck their mums, and so can these top reds because they wanted to keep Ten Hag, and they keep doing this gas mode situation for a lot of these players that are crap. They got what they wanted. This is the reality, and now they want to complain. Yeah, drop me out of that one, man. Absolute idiots, man. Sentimental is the fact why we're here in the first place.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts.
Rio Ferdinand's the biggest bozo on the internet. Man, I tell you, this guy is the biggest flip-flopper, and he's just a guy that caters to anything that's trending. The guy is an absolute Jar Jar Binks merchant. The guy's got no clue about football. I don't give a damn what anyone tells me about how much he's won. He's an idiot. The fact is that I know this guy, from back in the day because he used to go see his auntie, Henry Dent Close, you know about that one, If you ever saw this, you're an idiot, bro. Even back then, again, my brother said he was an idiot. When he tried to talk to him about football, when he was playing football, guy's a donut. I'm telling you now, I can't stand this guy, you know. He's absolute.
I think I lost.
He doesn't call gold. I'm
Sorry.
gonna call him Voldemort and all these like cancers. He's a cancer too. He's just the same.
Yeah.
He's the
I think
same.
I lost my respect for Rio in the media when obviously he criticised Phil Jones. Rightly so. Obviously he's sitting at United, big wages, etc. And obviously was criticised by, you know, the Gary Nevilles and that of this world. And he comes out and apologises for the remarks he made on Phil Jones. I think that's when I lost my respect on Ferdinand. He goes with the bandwagon, you know. He's one of the problems.
Oh, don't step on the badge.
Yeah, he's one of the problems. He is one of the problems. So yeah, I totally agree, man. All these ex-United pundits, majority of them are failed managers, but they talk about a good game of football nowadays. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing with Carragher talking about the mentality of winning the Premier. He's never won the Prem, you know. So I mean, we can all talk a good game of football, but at the end of the day, what's really happening on the pitch? You know, can we dictate a game of football? All these players that we're happy with, the Garnachos of this world, trust Højlund. He runs, and that's about it. It's Passion Merchant FC, man. Saturday League FC, bruv. It's a joke thing, man.
I can't stand it, man.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen in the Europa League. You know what I mean? But listen, man, let's just try and get through the first game and then try and get a good, healthy lead to the back to Old Trafford, man. That's all we can do, innit? Really.
Do you think we could realistically win Europa this year?
I don't know, bro. I'll be honest with you, not really for me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think.
I think Thursday is a good indication of how far we can go, but. We beat. Remember, we've actually gone to Spain last 2 times. We won there. I'm pretty sure. No, we drew it. I think we drew against Barcelona. To be fair, but it's just like I expect them to dominate the midfield and look pretty. But one thing I've seen about Sociedad, they cannot deal with low blocks. I tell you that. For free. They can't handle pace. A little bit of pace. This is where you look at Garnacho and say, "Okay, this is your time, man. Do it again." I think he can do it, but it's just it'll be difficult, man. It'll be difficult.
But the craziest thing about United's whole season, as bad as the season has been, if we actually had someone who could put the ball in the back of the net.
I know, man. This is what I'm saying. We got no Cheeto as well. No Cheeto.
Why is he not there?
Apparently United we didn't thingy, man. We didn't sign him.
Register.
We didn't register. I do hear it though.
Imagine trying to play against a team that likes, obviously, keep the ball and all that, and you want to play Højlund. The guy's just going to be doing dogs.
He does that in Europe, though. The guy's a bit strange. He seems to
might have more space to. He might have more space to operate in. Sociedad ain't that good.
Yeah, Europe. He's got goals, though, innit? How many goals he's got in Europe?
Yeah, but he's scoring against Farmers, bro, man. He's scoring against Farmers, bro.
I don't think he's not it, man. Again, this is a sort of game of like, Xerxes, please go up front. Please, like, go up front. Can we get some control?
I feel like European football suits Amorim's style a bit more, you know?
It suits Ugarte to a T, man, as well.
It suits Ugarte. It suits like the team where it's not 100 miles an hour football, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can get away with it a little bit more. But still, though, it's difficult, man. I don't know, man. I worry, man.
I think Xerxes needs to start in the 9. Obviously on Thursday, and play probably your Ericssons or something behind, but I couldn't. You can't start Rasmus Højlund. That's the God's honest truth.
But Xerxes in the 9 in this system doesn't really work.
I know.
But we get more elevated control.
I think we play our best football. We play our best football with Xerxes in the 9 though.
Anything but Højlund.
We need
we have Southampton away, Everton away. Like those are the games I remember him starting in the 9. He's only played minimal games in the 9.
You didn't hear what I said. We need Ahmad to be playing.
I think Maguire's injured, by the way. So it looks like we're playing Heaven.
He was limping anyway after.
Yeah, he was limping. Looks
like we're playing Heaven.
Yeah, he was limping.
Oh yeah, Dorgu. We get to play Dorgu. At least we get to play Dorgu.
Yeah, Dorgu's back. Dorgu's back.
Dorgu in Heaven, see what they can do. Euro couple and then Delict in the middle. Honestly, I'll put Euro. Just put Euro in the middle, please. He's gonna play Mazraoui, but he's gonna play Mazraoui, Euro, and probably Delict rather than Heaven, innit? But
yeah,
I like this cameo.
Going back to it really quickly because we just glazed past it straight away. Yeah, that made 180k. Like, let's say. Let's say if it was another player, if this was Garnacho or another player or someone else, we would be on it a bit longer. What if that is something that is actually being discussed right now? What are your thoughts? I actually want to know.
I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets it. Regardless,
Yeah,
I don't think it's more than 100.
Yeah,
he doesn't. He gets put on the Ahmad pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Euro pack, the same kind of packs.
Yeah,
If you like,
you should be getting 80k a week, 80k, 80, 90k. No
bonuses.
More
The thing is, you're gonna have to go to that kind of structure. You can't. If you fold, I'll lose. I'll be like, INEOS are done. They're done. You can't fold.
But if he doesn't get the money he demands, do you think he's going to push for a move?
Yeah, we'll sell him in the summer then.
I'll get rid. Yeah.
How about this? Send him to Everton or something.
No. What? Not what?
Everton.
Yeah, because you know what? No one's gonna pay. No one's paying him 180k. So unless he realizes,
he's gonna stay, bro. He's gonna stay. He's still got 3 years left on his contract, bro.
It doesn't matter if Mount's on 210k. INEOS didn't give Mount up 210k. They gave. Look at the contract.
He's still got three and a bit years left, bro. Man's gonna stay, broski. Like he ain't gonna go nowhere, man. Sometimes we give too much respect to these players. They're like, yo, they're gonna leave. They ain't going nowhere, man. Unless we sell them.
We start buying first team players and start getting these kids onto the bench, and they won't be dictating this. They won't have this mentality where they think they're going to dictate what they want. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They know the. But look at the team. You're getting under 18s on the bench. You don't think they're looking at this as well? I can't lie. Like as much as I'm a fan and I love the club, and I'm like, I would never do this. If I was in David Tuch's position right now, and I'm looking at the bench and I'm thinking, brother. Give me I want some more monies, mate. I want some more monies. You're desperate. I'm gonna rinse you.
Yep. Nah, facts. You're right. You're right.
And this is what the club has done. They put us in this position.
Yeah. Facts.
No,
that's what the club does, though. Like I feel like even when they interview with these players before they're signing them, the way that they even sell the project is like, yeah, United's the pedestal. You've made it. You can relax now, type of thing. That's exactly what it seems like. Because players are coming in. They're coming in on high wages. Even your young players, they're now demanding high wages because they believe they've made it. Their social media profiles are now blowing up. They're now the talk of the town, etc. Why do you think Garnacho has now even changed his whole image? The guy looks like a whole different character to what he looked like even 2 years ago, if that makes sense, you know.
I
think you're on mute. Okay. I think you're on mute, Shella.
Am I?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said, you know whose fault this is? This is all Rashford's fault.
Listen, allow this one. You got a big agenda, Rashford. No. Listen, we're gonna wrap it up here. But you too much on Rashford, man. Everything's Rashford's fault, man.
When I say Rashford, is a joint effort. It's the Glazers and it's Rashford's fault. Because they use Rashford as the pin boy, star boy. Yeah, they used him as you come from the academy and this is what you can become. They gave him too much. And when I say it's Rashford's fault, I don't mean it's his actual fault. They gave him 350k a week, after 2 years of crap. Raheem Sterling, 20 goals plus a season at Man City. Only the third season of him consistently doing it did he get that 320k a week. Rashford, after one good season, they gave it to him. And he's blasted as the star boy. Now, everyone else that looked up to him in that bloody club, Garnacho, Mainoo, all the under 18s, all the under 21s, because they all talk and say, Rashford's this, Rashford's that, I want to become like him. Where do you think you're getting now?
Now you got points, though.
Where do you think you're getting?
Right.
That's why I said, when you remove certain things off the club, and you then put in a new ethos, a new ideology, you won't be getting all of this stuff anymore. It's going to change. But I don't know if people are going to be patient enough to see it through.
Yeah, facts. Listen, people, we're going to wrap it up here, man. This has been a sick show, man. Let's see, have we hit 500 likes? Yeah, we've just got over 500 likes. 1.3k still in the building, man. Big up to you lot that have been here, man. Sick show, man. Listen, people, make sure you follow Tech Zeno, man. Let them know, man. Solid debut, bro.
Nah, love Mandem, man. Love Mandem. Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Obviously, you know my socials already. If you don't know, it's Tech Zeno on the Insta, on the TikTok. Obviously, I'll start the YouTube soon. It will be coming soon. However, Mandem, love for having me here. Cuz obviously I know of you. I know you used to go Kelsey Park. Obviously, my boys have spoke about you. You get me? I'm from the ends. I'm from Penge, so we will catch up. We'll catch up separately. You get me? Yeah. We'll catch up separately, broski. You get me?
Wait, how old are you?
Yep, I'm 24, I'm turning 25. So
you're young, but I would have left.
I know, bro. Honestly, you see when you talk about the elders, trust me, they're my people, innit? So yeah, we'll catch up separately, brother.
You know my brother then.
Especially the Marlies, bro. Trust me, it's the Marlies who speak about you, bro. That's how I know about
the
you.
Marlies, the Marlies.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
come on.
Trust me.
Come on.
Well, you know what? You know exactly
Yeah.
what me, man, and that, yeah? You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna expose me.
Nah, man, don't worry, man. That's why I said we'll catch up separately. But love for the love, though, man. Love for the love, man. Then.
Now, big up, man. Big up to you, man. Estrella, man. Big up as well, man.
Pick up every time, man. Every time.
Yeah, big up to you, man. And obviously, never foul Kaz. Let them know, man. What you got?
Yeah,
coming up.
man. Live at 12. LB. All these lot. Lewis. Yeah, it's just. Quinley's just going to be guest. Hooks wants a word because he won 7-1. All of that stuff, and you know how it goes, man.
Yeah.
Monster's got PSG tomorrow, so he's going to be acting like some king or whatever. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Listen, people, we're gonna wrap up here. I think. Let me see. Send it to. I think Sarcasm City is gonna wrap up now, man. So I might send it to Lee. So Lee's live, people. We're gonna go to Lee. You get me? Odegaard. We're gonna just wind him up and say Odegaard was world class. World class Odegaard. We're just gonna say that, man. World class Odegaard, because he can't stand Odegaard in it. So go to Lee's chat right now. Spam world class Odegaard, man. I'll see you in there, guys. Take care. We're out. Peace.